Thank you for joining us for Fool's Banter episode 32.
Oh, snap! After 10 minutes of trying to get Keith to
look at that! You just launched right into it. What's up?
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing?
Who's everybody? Who's everybody? Who are you?
The people to my right, which is Mr. Fluffy Head, aka Keith, the person that did not do a fucking intro for 10 minutes.
It's cool.
And
we'll figure it out.
What? Why you introduced
who's my damn Steve? I'm the guy with the backwards hat who also didn't do the fucking intro for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he could have. I just thought it would have been awesome if he did it, but he's like,
I just
poor
thought
guy.
it's funny that Josh introduced Keith, but he wanted to introduce me.
I think it's funny that we don't know who's doing the intro. Because he never
It's him.
introduced himself.
Well,
Who's
it's
him?
everybody at this
Who's
point.
him?
Go ahead. Why don't you do it too? Everybody get in on this.
What are you talking about?
We'll put like 10 minutes of different intros at the end of this episode.
Maybe you could just, so you said welcome to it, I've said welcome to a bunch of times, get him to say it a couple times, and then you could just cut those in a row. Welcome.
podcast.
That's my idea.
Finish. You're still doing the intro. We don't know who's here.
We're zombies.
What are we, pirates? You're driving me nuts.
What?
I've never heard a pirate say something like that.
Who's that guy?
Dude, you've never heard that joke? Pirate walks into the bar with steering wheel in his pants. The bartender says, you know you have a steering wheel in your pants. He goes, it's driving me nuts.
You've really never heard that joke?
It's really a terrible
No.
joke. Come on, man.
So, who's that?
This is going way off the rails already.
Okay. To the
This is
left
gonna
here
be
we
a-
have Mr. Kyle,
Hola.
who apparently we found out looks like a microphone. Just a few minutes ago.
According to Steve.
I'm Brad, your usual host. We decided to switch it up a little bit, try to get Keith going, but as I said, 10 minutes of trying to get that.
We have no idea who the host
I have
is
to
right now.
prepare for this, and nobody prepared me for this.
And the person who did our intro, our wonderful, lovely intro for episode 32 today is Mr. Josh. Back from the dead. How you doing, Josh?
I'm alive.
You're alive, yes. You escaped those children under the porch.
Did you use the Phoenix Down?
Oh, shit!
Oh boy!
He hasn't been watching the
Keith, how you doing?
Pretty good.
You haven't
Pretty
been
good.
listening?
For somebody that's been
Come back.
harassed. I mean, what? Don't call him come back.
I mean, we were
Honestly, I don't think anyone's been watching the episodes. Unless they're just staring at a blank screen as audio comes out.
That's
But-
how I watch it.
Brad over here
Watching
getting
us through
bricked
the window. Just saying.
That's kind of creeperish.
And it's a possibility.
Every single time Josh is here, he's actually
guess if you
just
don't have a
watching
couple
us through the
peepers,
window.
Yeah, like.
That was a good one,
guys.
That was funny. You guys are so funny. Oh my god.
No.
So
we're
what
not.
has everyone been? What have
No,
you been
we're
up to,
not.
Josh, since you've been gone?
I have been playing a shit ton of Rocket League.
What? He's on
On
the
what?
Rocket League train. I
On
love
what?
that game.
I've on what? The PlayStation.
You
you're
didn't
such
get
a
it for the
pleb.
Switch?
I'm going to get it for the Switch. I've been
Is it
playing,
out yet?
PC.
Yeah,
I've been
Master
playing it off of the
Race.
keys.
Because right now it's
But-
not free on PlayStation, but it
I
was
think we
when
can,
I
we
got
can
it.
still play together.
'Cause I'm on top of that
Yeah,
shit.
the Xbox.
But not. It's different.
The Xbox One and the Switch can play.
Can
Compatible with each
so
other.
for sure I know PS4
Fuck
PC
yes.
is compatible, but is Xbox PS4 PC compatible together? I'm not sure.
What
I
did
know,
you
huh?
just say?
I know.
So
cross compatibility.
PS4 and PC can play together, right? You can't party together with somebody who's on a different console than you, but you guys do play together in the
I like
random
to party.
matching.
I like the party.
Oh,
I want to
bad.
get chocolate wasted up in this.
Oh, shit. Whatever. And then the cross-platform, I think, is the word I'm
Yeah, it's
looking for.
cross-platform.
Cross-platform.
Between the Switch.
And is Xbox in there, or is it like only Xbox and Nintendo?
I know that those two are together. That's all that I know about that.
That's kind of lame.
We're talking
But you have it
about
on
Minecraft,
PS4. Yeah.
Currently. I'm
So
gonna get it for my
We
Switch.
can
first.
kind of, we can 1v1 a little bit, and I could probably not show you up.
I
anymore.
prefer 2v2.
Oh, I love
Show
2v2.
up.
Right, but so what's hard about that is because
Josh,
we
you
can't
missed
party
something.
together, we can't obviously look in a lobby together, so we can never like actually get in games together. We can get in a private game together and play each other. So that kind of sucks.
Private game when you're playing
Which
each other.
makes me sad because I love that game.
I've been playing it.
I haven't played it in a long time.
And Steve's creeping
So
me out.
how good are you at? Where are you at?
So, like, when I first started playing, I was saying like 4 out of 10, and I feel like I'm like a 6 out of 10 right
Well,
now.
hold on. So what I mean is there's some basic mechanics that you have to get before you really start to graduate, and it's learning to do aerial, right? And
I've
then
been able
learning
to
to pop aerial and drag,
He's
as well as off the
flawless.
wall. This like game
Sometimes.
is amazing because it's so simple on the base, but it's got it's
He's got skill. Well, I'm gonna say that.
I'm
I
pretty
know.
good at
Can
it.
you have you had aerial shot?
I
Any?
Yeah.
Bunch of them. Are you sure? You have
I like
Sure.
I like aerials off of walls.
Well, that's the easy way.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
But you don't have to always do that.
And I can like make shots from the walls with aerials and shit. So, and I'm an MVP with.
Do you play? Are you playing
games.
ranked yet?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Golden.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, whenever you are. I could beat your ass. I got him.
I think there's gonna be a little.
If I had
challenge
2
going on
controllers, we could play right now. And
Right?
prove that.
Honestly, if you say beating each other's ass in Rocket League, I just imagine you guys running at each other as fast as you can from across the field, just crashing each
technically, yeah, but
Damn, I beat your
one of you
Oh.
explodes.
Yeah,
Wow.
when we're playing 3,
That's awful.
when we're playing 3 for 3v3.
No, that game is sick,
That's
dude.
where I
I
get good.
got like 1,000 hours in the game. I haven't played it in a minute.
Damn.
he-
You're
I haven't
gonna blow
played
my
it in a minute,
ass.
but yeah, no, I got fucking really into it for a little while. But it fucking boils my blood, dude. Ooh,
It does.
it boils my blood. That game, like when you're playing it, I just stay amped the whole fucking time. Anyways,
Never go back into the game having Joshua be there, because if you're not
Keith literally would spend the entire game and
Trying to
not
figure
and
everything.
literally touch the ball a matter of like 3 times.
Yeah, it's
seriously.
it's such
And
an
I'm like,
interesting game because there's no game like it. You don't have a lot of games to
Why?
compare to it when it comes to how it plays.
Is he like afraid of balls or something?
He
I wanna
just
run at
doesn't
people.
touch it. He does not touch the ball
Come on,
at all.
you gotta
touch the ball.
Keith, just
Doesn't
touch
gotta
it,
touch the
man.
ball.
Just touch it.
Rocket League.
Just a little bit.
now you're making this sound awkward.
But seriously, like you could ask Keith.
It's only
I've
awkward
been
if you feel awkward
I
when I
have
say
been
it.
talking
gay if you make eye contact.
non-stop about Rocket League today.
It's
non-friggin' stop. Every
it's-
single time. What game do you want to play, Josh?
It's
Rocket
fucking
League. Rocket League.
amazing
Rocket
game.
League.
It's an amazing game. It really is. And it's another one of those games that is very simple. It's so simple, right? There's one thing that you do, but it has so much replayability, in my opinion, because it's such a fun game.
The skill
You know?
ceiling.
And when you start getting,
Right.
oh yeah, and when you start like getting those hard shots, they're so satisfying. When you make a fucking ridiculous
I
shot
never
off the
noticed-
fucking ceiling, where you like reset yourself off the ceiling to flip again, boost into it. Oh, got
I
him.
never knew Rocket
Fat
League
jukes.
had so much sexual innuendo.
Oh sure, yeah.
Then again,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
Rocket League.
Oh, sure.
Brad,
yeah.
get your mind out of
There's
bed.
plenty, eh?
Hell
That
no.
mind frame is good,
There's
bad,
a
but
lot.
you're like stuck there.
I was born in the gutter.
It's a great game. Okay, that's all I'll say
I was
about
born
it.
Come down here. We have recreational
Is that
drugs.
it? It got a little crazy right there for a second. We need to just cut that.
Y'all need to chill the fuck out when we're talking about rockets and balls, okay?
Hey,
Nobody
dude,
heard my joke.
serious
I said,
business.
Is that-
Steve turned into Bane there.
I did turn into Bane, but before that I said, is that the MOBA of choice for the people on the space station?
What the fuck?
Rocket
That
League.
makes no sense.
Rocket League.
It's not a fucking. How's that a MOBA?
Stop.
What?
The MOBA.
You know, League,
God, yeah.
League of Legends for the people in the Rocket,
It was
Rocket
bad.
Man.
I thought it was.
I
bad.
get it.
So
It's like
it
it
was
was
bad,
like
you
a
should say
half
that.
dad joke, half real joke.
Yeah, anti joke. There we go.
So, well, Josh, what do you drink? Tell us what you're drinking right now.
I am drinking a blood orange sparkling soda, and
Oh.
it is amazing.
Are we doing
It's
that now?
amazing.
Oh shit!
Are we talking
I wanna
about our
get in on
drinks?
this. Oh,
We're
dude.
getting a review of
Lemon
Blue
flavored-
Gatorade. Blue
Lemon
Gatorade.
flavored
Blue
iced tea Arizona is the
Oh
bomb.
my gosh.
Hold on, let me get a sip.
Speaking of
You
lemon,
gotta
It's
get real
smooth.
You got to get like real close to the
Is it,
microphone, right?
is it smooth? Is it smooth? Tell us the texture. Tell us the.
It's
taste.
tea-ish,
How does
And it's
it? How
got,
does
like,
it make
a
your
lemony
jowls
hint.
feel?
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about anymore.
Mine tastes like.
You ever had a drink so strong that it hurts your jowls?
Yeah.
Is that like?
It's just like
Is that like
tingles
right
deep
under your
down
chin?
in there.
It's like, and sometimes, sometimes you'll eat or drink something, and and
It makes you feel like
what
a
it-
man. It's like when you open a
I've
fresh
never
soda
questioned
and
that.
you like chug a lot
Now
of it.
you're reminding
And it's just like so much bubbles you can't handle
I know
it.
what you're talking about. I've never questioned that feeling before. I don't know why. I'm like, what is
You
that?
never questioned it.
What is that?
That's
Why does
because
it
you
happen,
question
you
it,
know?
it cuts you, bitch.
It would get you, motherfucker.
Have
You almost poked your head on a tack.
Kind
almost
of like slams his head down on the table. Tack, thumbtack. Anyway, back to video
Have you
games.
guys ever tasted a color?
Tastes like Coke.
Are we not going around the room for
I've had
everybody else's?
orange
What's your drink, Brad?
Sounds like
I've
something
had
from
orange before.
Brad's got the
I got
Blu-ray.
Blu-raid.
Brad's got the Blu-ray.
That's one word. Blue-da-raid.
And it's
Not
pretty,
do-raid.
pretty good looking
Gatorade.
blue
Blue
Gatorade.
da-raid. You know, when I was a kid, Gatorades always tasted like they didn't have anything for flavor. It just tasted like watered down shit.
Yeah.
But now that I'm an adult, I don't know if they changed it.
I don't think
But now
so.
it tastes like sugary fucking bullshit.
That's sugary.
I think it's because you
amazing
probably
bullshit.
take in less sugar
What, are you trying to take my
consciously.
Blu-ray?
That's sugary amazing.
I don't
bullshit.
drink Gatorade.
I bet you
That's
take in less
interesting.
sugar consciously in general, so that's why it's probably so sweet to you. But there's sugar in everything. Like I found out the other day, there's sugar in garlic powder. Did we talk about this?
There's sugar and garlic powder.
There's sugar in garlic powder. Go home,
Am I gonna get to
Lowry's,
my drinker?
anything Lowry's.
Oh, sorry.
Look in the fucking
Mike Lowry.
ingredients, dude.
Mike Lowry.
You know the garlic salt with the green
Big
cap.
ass.
The like third ingredient on that shit is fucking sugar, dude. Why is there sugar in garlic salt? I don't get it. Anyways,
Keith would like to continue with his drink
Sorry.
review.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
he's actually really
You
into
know-
this. He's been looking at it for a minute.
He's like,
he
yeah,
like
fuck
he
it.
twirled
Come
it,
on.
dude. I saw him take a sip and spit it.
We said drink reviews, and Keith's like, I can fucking do this, bitch. Come on, my turn.
Go for it.
Powerade.
you
Let's
know,
go.
lemons. You know, have that zesty electric flavor.
Electric.
But
You got power
well,
to
you gotta
clock
put that
with the
strawberry in there, or else you don't get that.
Strawberry kind of mellows out the lemon, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it still feels electric, but in a different way.
Electric. Like electrolytes? Is that what you're telling me?
It's
Maybe,
got
I mean, they just have
electrolytes.
Powerade, you know.
It's got what plants
Powerade
need.
strawberry lemonade.
That's crazy.
It's
Keith's
great.
got what plants.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, let's talk about some goddamn
Hold on,
video
wait,
games.
hold on, one more.
Oh, Steve, sorry. Hit us with your
I
review.
also have a Gatorade.
You also have a
But
Gatorade. What flavor?
If you
is
ever
your
find that regular fruit punch is too bland for you, there's this amazing type called fruit punch and berry.
That's a berry.
That's
That
like
extra
way
berry
more
just.
flavorful.
It's delicious. It's got.
What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
Stupid.
I tried to move on to video games. You guys got mad because Steve
No,
needed to hit up his review.
What? We went all the way around except for him. We have to finish the drink review. You guys.
I
are
was just
stupid.
asking Josh what his drink was.
I
'cause it was
never
interesting.
skipped him. You guys went somewhere else.
Okay,
I tried
okay.
to continue
It's over
on it.
now.
So I haven't
Over
been playing a whole lot of
9,000
video games. What I have been doing is I took my laptop there apart last night for 4 hours. I had to take every single little piece off because I was replacing the base shell of it, which everything is seated in, just so that the slot for my charge cable wasn't broken and the charge cable doesn't fall out anymore.
Man, what
It's
a
a bitch.
pain.
But I got a 1 terabyte solid state I'm going to throw in there tonight.
Oh, so you have to take it apart? No.
Yeah,
solid
solid
state.
state.
Solid state. Well, I have solid state, but I have 2 smaller drives in RAID 0. But the problem with RAID 0 is the maximum capacity it can be is doubling the lowest hard drive.
Wow.
So I'm not getting my full capacity out of them, but I'm just going to throw a 1 terabyte solid state that I got in there, and I'll be golden.
Sweet.
And then I also got a blue skin for it, for my laptop. So it's going to look dope. I'm going to put
It's not on
I'm going
there
to change
yet,
the
I can
lights
tell.
to red, and it's going to be Superman themed.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. That's pretty cool.
Shit, yeah. And then I
Nice.
put a new battery in my tablet so it doesn't die right away. So it's going to be dope.
Wow.
What
You
are
got some
doing?
cool
I did
electronics,
not
Brad?
He's taking videos.
I've never taken no videos.
Or pictures.
I have some video
Never
game
taken
news.
What?
Ooh,
So,
this is the news.
As you guys know, my obsession is Overwatch.
I
thought
wasn't
your
aware you
obsession-
were obsessed with it.
I
but
thought
sure.
your obsession was Smash, really.
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
on.
say.
Don't worry.
Hold on.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'll get there. Hold on.
Again, so Overwatch characters in Super Smash Bros.
I hope, but
You
doubt
hope?
it.
How is that?
Doubt it.
I don't think
That's Blizzard and
I've never
Okay,
seen that.
Nintendo.
Don't
crossing up.
underestimate Nintendo. Anyways,
Wow.
Fuck, you gonna talk shit about
Overwatch.
Nintendo?
there's been some new updates with it. Like they've reworked Hanzo a little bit. His scatter arrow.
Oh, I saw that. It's rapid shot
has
now,
gotten
right?
replaced with 6 arrows within 2 seconds.
That
Shot.
sounds
That's
like
Barrage from Path of Exile.
And he has like a double jump, so he's just a little bit better
It's
now.
like
Sounds like-
straight from.
Oh yeah,
the-
because Hanzo sniping everyone wasn't good enough.
Yep.
Well,
Like, whatever.
Well,
I mean,
what it
his
was,
bust of a fucking arrow.
Yeah, the scatter arrow was ridiculous. If you shot it at somebody's feet, it would like insta kill them.
Or if you were in like a
squishy.
hallway, a small hallway,
Oh,
he just
yeah.
shoots it anywhere and you
Like-
die instantly. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Like, so you made it sound like they buffed him, but
It's
if they
more
got rid
skill
of
based.
nerve,
They made
yeah.
it.
they got rid of
makes sense.
scatter.
They made it
It's more of a
skill-based.
It's a very skill-based ability.
I don't know if it's a buff or nerf necessarily, right? It doesn't fall in that category. It's just a change in mechanic.
Where the fuck
Yeah.
did the word
Yeah,
nerf
change
come
the mechanic.
from?
So
As
people,
like,
it only nerfs it for
Fucking
people that
fine.
My
are
mom asked me
bitch
that the other
shotting
day.
people. I'm sorry, I
Like-
don't have a better word for
Did you?
that.
you know
Yeah.
what? Maybe it comes from the fact that like nerf is kind of a soft bitch version of sporting equipment.
No, I like that could be though, right? That could
Like
be.
a
Or
weaker version
Nerf
of sporting
guns, you
equipment.
know, Nerf guns. You know,
I've never
soft
really
is-
questioned that
so
either.
they're not like real guns.
I feel like that's where it came from.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, I feel like that's
No,
what,
that-
what, Josh?
Think
Yes?
about it.
I just have more news.
You just have
for
okay.
Overwatch.
Okay, he's like, I want to
Oh.
get back, please.
So
What is going on with your shirt, by the way? Is that like dude holding up a shield? Is that dude holding up a shield like you rip off
oh
his
my
body?
god, yes. It says I got your back and it's a stick figure and he's holding the other stick figure's back.
What was that
I
site
thought
that
it
we
was
used
like
to-
holding up a shield.
What was that site that we used to watch all the time? Stick
Stick
Dead?
Death?
And they had like the craziest videos. Anyways, what about Overwatch?
So they're releasing a new competitive like season of free for all in Overwatch to like be able to base your skill individually rather than trying to base it as a team. So it's interesting. And for that, they're releasing a new map. It takes place in like Italy, and it's really cool. There's like a mega health pack in the center and stuff, and they're reworking Symmetra.
health pack.
They're reworking Symmetra.
Get your super mega health pack fries.
Are they nerfing her?
No, she's
Who? Wait, what? What'd you say?
Symmetra.
What about
Symmetra.
her?
She sucks.
They're
Well,
reworking her abilities. all
They
the time.
reworked her abilities already, but she doesn't fit in the support role. That's her problem. Even with what her new
Now,
abilities
what
were.
one of her reworked abilities is going to be,
Crank.
and it's just going to be one of her basic abilities, is placing down a two-way teleporter.
Rather than that being your super.
Exactly. Now it's going to be like just a
Teleporter
basic ability.
was-
That
for
sounds
her.
kind of cheap. I don't know.
Yeah, her super is either a teleporter or what is it? There's two things you can have.
A barrier which gives
Yeah,
all
oh,
to
yeah.
have it a
allies
normal
75%
skill, that sounds kind of cheap.
Really,
Like,
Symmetra is a cool
it's gonna be
idea.
a lot of.
Wait, two-way
But-
though?
It's going to make her...
Should be one way.
No, it's one
We don't need
way.
no goddamn two-way teleporters.
No, her super
is
is
two-way
Her
teleporter.
No, I'm
super
saying
currently.
the new one should also just be a one-way. It should not. They should not put a two-way teleport. You could put it in your base or right next to your base. Teleport to the front door, walk in, heal fully in an instant, and then walk back through the teleport.
No, it's like a range. Like, I'm going to put down the
It has a
teleporter
cooldown,
here, and then it has
bruv.
a range that places down the teleporter somewhere else.
I don't know.
But,
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't do that because you're right. That'd be broken
yeah,
as fuck.
that'd be way too broken.
But, like, you can send diva bombs through these teleporters.
Broken?
So, like,
That's
you can just
broken.
launch a diva
That's
bomb
hilarious.
through a
You know how
teleporter.
hard that would be though? Shit.
Yeah, it's gonna make her a very
That'll be
counter.
hard.
It's
Hell
gonna
no.
make
It's like
her.
put it at this hallway. Okay, they're gonna destroy it in 5 seconds. But
Well, that
Have
might-
someone standing in
3
the
seconds.
hallway watching.
I don't know.
Now, do it. No.
kill the entire team, right?
You gotta place your portal smart.
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently. I bought it. It was super cheap on the Xbox.
Yeah, I saw he had a disc. He has a
Who do you-
disc
I got a
for
disc
Overwatch.
Who do you main if
Yeah.
you have
So
I
my
hate
main
that
tank is
term.
Orisa.
Okay,
tank?
I like Orisa.
I me too. She's a lot. of fun.
Offensive, I probably what's that one?
Does anyone else
Who?
hate that
What-
term?
what's
I don't
the
know.
best
It
What?
main, like calling a character your main.
It's just an
I
easy
know,
way
but-
to
I
don't
convey.
know.
It's a
I don't
one
know.
word that conveys an idea that everybody
I
understands.
mean,
so-
fucking Striker Titan. I mean,
Like,
Oh, and
Look,
by the way, I
look,
looked it
you're
up.
not gonna-
Nerf does come from Nerf toys. The little foam.
Wait,
ball.
you just looked it up?
Yeah, I
I
just
told
looked it up.
you.
That's
Yes.
pretty awesome.
I'm a genius,
But,
bitches.
what? You told them.
Don't get off track. I want to hear about
You're
it.
saying something else.
I usually just still play Junkrat when I'm playing offensive because I'm
Junkrat.
so good with him.
Fuck.
Well, it's
that
hard
shit.
not to be good with him.
Yeah, Junkrat's my offensive and my defensive.
He's my. I'm fucking done with this shit.
Torbjorn
And then,
all day.
dude, I am like the biggest Mercy heel slut bitch ever. I love playing Mercy and just flying around and keeping everybody at full
I don't
health.
like Mercy. I hate
Mercy's
her super.
my favorite.
I
I
hate
like
her
her super now.
It's better. It's probably better now.
Because one of my friends also his main tank
We
is
played it in a long
Orisa,
fucking
so we
time.
combine both of our ults and do like 5 times the damage instead of just
Uh,
double,
yeah.
and It's broken. We destroyed it.
Torbjorn only.
Torbjorn. So here's the problem when Brad plays Torbjorn. Torbjorn is not good in pretty much every map. And get the fuck out of here with that shit.
This motherfucker's telling me you're not helping him. I'm like,
you're not.
I have
not
almost
really
the top kills, top score. Don't get me wrong. Out of here.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, anybody, if you really work it and you're a badass, sure, I'm sure you can get some shit done. But I'm just saying. Generally,
if you can get that turret going and you know how to use the shotgun with your armor, then you're fucking good.
Here's the problem with that. There's a bunch of maps, though, where you're constantly moving and you need to stay moving and your turret doesn't fucking move and you can't stay there with it. You need to keep moving.
Okay, so if you're constantly moving, then the turret is good for placing it in a spot that's like hidden in the corner where people are coming to stop you because then it shoots them in the back.
Okay, I can't play Torbjorn with shit. Fair enough. That is like my one character that I cannot play at all.
Just generally his mechanics, I guess, this is just my opinion. His mechanics just don't really go for a very mobile character, but obviously it's possible to do anything if you really want to do
Torbjorn's looking.
Have you guys tried mounting the turret on the
Overwatch again?
That just gets destroyed in like a second.
That's a really good thing to do.
If the other team knows what they're doing, that shit will get destroyed.
What's that?
Half a second. Put in the turret on the
that works if you have Reinhardt standing on it in front.
Yeah, or there's a couple more now too that you can use.
Reese has the shield that you can place down. You can place the shield.
That's actually really good combo with Torb, actually.
Yeah, with Reinhardt.
It sounds like
that's why I like Junkrat. You can get all up behind shields and stuff with this. I'm so good with Junkrat, dude. I'll go games where I'll go like 30 and 0.
I find that I use
30 kills and. I love Junkrat on attack because people don't expect you to come from above them when you freaking C4 jump. And you come from above and put a trap under them and they're like looking around like, where did he come from? And I'm just
pretty much use that landmine exclusively for jumping, almost, for the most part. When they added the second one in there, though,
yeah, I hadn't played since they added the second one, and I was like, I threw one down and I jumped and I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, wait, it still says it's already done. And I'm like, I have 2 now, and I just got even more overpowered.
I got even more overpowered, and I fucked more.
I love that guy, dude. Anybody, no matter the tank, they're just like I'm like, I know they're behind this corner, so I'll C4 slightly so they get knocked around the corner and directly into my trap and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
I love it.
Oh yeah, and the trap is
C4
wicked powerful.
On walls launch people almost as much as freaking Pharaoh's.
The catch trap is Genji, right?
Knockback thingy.
The trap catches Genji, right?
It does.
Yeah, it catches everybody. It can even catch Reinhardt out of his dash.
It's very fun to put your mine in the trap down at a door, in the early game that somebody's gonna and when you get the trap call, you hit it and you kill that dude real quick. You're so happy.
The first of those.
You know what that reminds me of?
He walks up and just dies instantly.
So Kyle, do you remember BioShock 2's the multiplayer?
Oh my god!
Where you do the water traps on the ground,
and then you electrify that shit.
Yeah, and you electrified it. So anytime someone walked into it, it was like a claymore.
You know what I remember? So there was one that it didn't actually do damage, but it would launch you into the air. It was like a wind gust that would launch you up.
The water one did that, unless it was electrified.
But okay, the water one. But did you know you could put that somewhere with a ceiling, and they'll take damage from hitting the ceiling, and you can kill people just with impact.
That game was so interesting. I can't believe it wasn't more popular.
The BioShock multiplayer.
The BioShock was insanity too.
It was basically like Team Fortress 2 was like.
It reminded me of.
If I was a place,
yeah. So go ahead.
If I was gonna play it, it felt like one of those creepy games, but it seemed like a fun creepy game, not like
BioShock.
Oh god, you're trying to jump scare me, and I'm not really.
What BioShock?
We're talking about BioShock. We're talking about BioShock.
We're talking about the multiplayer, the versus shooting each other. But there was that one game with like the fake Batmans, and you remember that the fake Batmans and was it Jokers? Yeah. What was that game? Do you remember that? Kyle, you remember that game?
I know
what first-person shooter with like the imposters, Gotham City imposters.
Yeah.
That game was freaking dope, dude.
And there was another one that was similar.
It had all those special classes, and you had like spring boots or roller skates or the hook shot. that you could travel around with. You had like those loadouts.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
Oh
all
yeah,
that.
it was
Gotham
very
City
very fast
Imposters.
gameplay. Yeah.
Did that game ever even come out? I think that was like
crazy.
a beta.
Yeah,
or
it
something.
came out. I enjoyed the shit out of that, but I just completely forgot about it.
Barely. I played like 2 matches of that game. I wasn't really that into it.
Dude, that game was dope.
No.
No.
The game that I'm playing right now, besides Eve, because obviously I main Eve.
Maney.
Just to make friends.
I'm Maney.
I've been playing Conan Exiles, and
Oh.
I hit Brad up. I was like, dude, you check this game out. He's like, dude, I just got it. And he was
No,
like,
no,
Steve has it.
No, I said Steve and I got down on that a long time ago. And I'm like, we've talked
Wait,
about it on the
did you say-
podcast. It's
did we?
the game with the
totally
dick
forgot.
slider
Yeah,
and the
the
tit
dogs.
slider.
We did. That's right.
Get,
I totally forgot
get
about
that dom slider going up.
Yeah, but that's all we've talked about.
I didn't even
go ahead.
realize-
All we've
well, I
talked
mean,
about is the dong slider.
I think it's just.
'cause
I think it's a
fun.
fantastic game. So it's what is it? Survival MMO, right?
MMO.
Yeah.
Sandbox.
Kind of
game.
Survival
The
sandbox
MMO.
MMO.
No, I just
Like
played
there's-
single player.
There's no. Well, okay, so it can be both, right? You can play single player if you want, but really, it's most interesting when there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
The servers, huh?
I disagree. I think it's better with just co-op with a couple friends.
Well, so and I agree that is super fun
that's
too,
fun,
and I would love to do that. But so I'm playing on an RP server, and there's like a max of like 40 dudes or something like that, and there's only about 20 dudes on it at any given time, right?
Pussy.
So there's not too many, and it's a PvP. Did I say PvP? Yeah, PvP RP server, and I took up the role of a character named Spurts because I'm super
Ew, you gross
super
fuck.
original.
Your name is
Original.
Spurts in the
Spurts.
right pussy server? Is that what you're telling me? You said RP, right pussy.
That pussy be a rapist. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly, dude. No, role playing, you son of a bitch. I don't even.
I know. I hate
Yeah.
that's another thing. I'm just not a fan of like terms and shit.
Acronym.
Like RP. You know this.
Why?
Do you know this?
But dyslexic
Why?
needs the
I don't know. It's
need
just
it. They need it so that
when
they
these
don't have
new
to
terms
be
pop
laughed
up.
at.
Yeah, but when these new terms pop up, I don't know what it is. It just bugs me.
Omega Law?
Well,
Yeah, like, I
okay,
don't know.
that
You
one
make an
bugs the
I know.
fuck out of me.
There's
And
certain
the
The
reason,
reason I said it is because it bugs the fuck out of you.
the
So
first time I
insane.
heard it, I remember it was like a Shroud video, and he was just getting griefed on by a fuck ton of idiots, and there was just some idiot in this most terrible accent saying "Omega lol, Omega lol."
So,
Omega
A
lol.
big part of the things that bug me is the abbreviations. I understand when people are typing it and shit, but when in like casual conversation, when they use an abbreviation, that bugs the shit out of me.
Well, fuck
Well,
you.
we only got an hour
But take,
and a
I
but
played
take
the-
the,
I
yeah,
played-
let's cut
I
out
played
a
a
couple
video game.
syllables and
We
we'll be
gotta
good.
cut that shit.
I play a video game where there is a literal dictionary of probably close to 1,000
So there's
different acronyms.
literally a literal dictionary.
Literal dictionary on the internet that you can go look at, or like what is it, like the lexicon or whatever of Eve acronyms, you know,
Lexicon Botanica.
AAR,
That one Minecraft
DC,
mod.
DCUs. There's a fucking bazillion of them. I can't help it. Can't help it.
No, but-
I can't fucking help
okay,
it.
but anyway, this game, you told me that it reminds you of like Skyrim
Yeah,
and
okay.
Minecraft.
Okay,
so
we're
how
getting
does it
to
remind you
that.
of
So,
Skyrim?
so survival MMO, right? It's like Rust. It's like Ark. Where you have
The game full of dickheads, yeah.
Yeah.
actually not really.
Well, you're on an RP server. That's
In the server I'm in, because I chose to find an environment where there's not going to be dickheads necessarily.
Just the shafts.
There's the building and
And
crafting,
zibbles.
and there's quite a lot to it. You know, there's a leveling system. There's
That's
no
what we do.
there's no quest or anything like that, and there's very few NPCs to actually talk to. It's a sandbox; you do what you want. But what there is tons of dungeons and different kinds of.
There are dungeons?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's
So,
different content.
my
that you can
experience
do.
with
gotta
it
watch
was
out.
I set up a tent over by a rock, and when I went near water, I was like fucking fighting these weird golem dudes that were running at me and
Capras!
shit. And like I ran into
Yeah,
some
those-
gators, and I was stealing their eggs and shit like that. But
So
and
yeah,
I
you have to
died to
watch out,
something
though.
big.
so you know
but-
you start in that gameplay where you're kind of working yourself up, and you got to just make make yourself capable of surviving. You gotta be able to find the food and the water and all that good shit, right? And it's not too hard to really get up to like a decent house, and like you do have to build yourself a settlement for sure. Like it's pretty necessary.
Plus, there's a
not
dog
completely, but yeah, like you can make your boner huge, fucking huge, down to fucking here.
Yeah.
But
Well, fuck yeah, Kyle gets it.
but so there's the skilling system and the attributes and everything is all very simple system, and it feels so much.
I will
like
say
Skyrim.
it is very RPG.
The way, yes,
like
the
like
way it
gear.
plays with the hack and slash and the sword and board. You know, there's no magic. But
Correct me if I'm wrong. The
RPG
gear, like the paper doll, is kind of Diablo-esque.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
necessarily-
when it comes to gear like that, and the gears, it's just pretty simple. There's nothing crazy going on. It's a very nice game, and there's a lot to work up towards. You know, as you go through the levels and get different armor.
No enchanted
I wouldn't say
gears.
there's no magic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some
like
kind of
magic-y
enchant,
stuff, yeah.
or
You
yeah,
can
a
do
little
like,
bit.
You can do like cannibalism, voodoo, like blood magic kind of
Yeah,
shit.
there's a
That's-
little-
you can
bit-
just summon your deity.
Yeah,
If you
but
summon
yeah,
your
you can summon.
There's all
these,
kinds of
and
crazy
you-
shit to do.
Like some of them are huge.
And
There's
there's like
different races have different
What's that?
gods, and they all give you special
The
little.
frost giant one. I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah.
Oh, the deities? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
huge
you get-
deities.
yeah,
There's
you
like
get to
giant
choose a religion.
huge monster.
that you can worship. You know, and
And you don't have to. You don't have to. There is choosing a non-religion.
oh yeah, that's true. It's a fucking cool game, dude. It's the best version of this
Is that like neutral
this
ninja?
survival
Yo.
sandbox that I've played.
So Kyle was trying to get me to play, but I don't want to play in a public server. I'll be down to play some just
here's-
chilling out.
so here's the problem.
Steve doesn't want a pubic server, damn it.
Jesus Christ.
We can't play a co-op, right? There's
So
no like
many
without
fucking
paying for it.
jokes
Server.
without paying for it.
No, you can. You absolutely can.
With
When
what?
you go to hit single player, it's like you're hosting a private server.
Excuse me, this is
Okay,
Yeah, but-
Josh. This
okay.
is Fool's Penis
only
Radio.
there
okay.
can only be one person. You can't just leave that server up.
Well, yeah, you can't just leave it up, but
Can't
that's
you just
what I'm
run it
saying.
like
Well,
a
see-
Minecraft server?
So
Yeah.
here's the thing with that, yeah. When it comes to that, we can't always play at the same time. We can still play together, but not necessarily all at the same time if we're in the same server.
What?
And that
What?
would have to be a server that's online basically all the time.
Y'all can't run a server
Technically.
that's basically online.
I mean- I mean,
Why not just host it when we play? We'll play it like it's a co-op game that we're progressing through and doing
Well,
all
so
the dungeons.
when are we gonna play?
I don't know.
When's
Tonight.
the day?
Tonight.
Fridays.
Oh my gosh. What
Fridays.
Fridays?
Is it, you
Hi.
guys are talking about playing this.
And
on
I would want to
Disney.
play.
Yeah.
No, see,
What?
look, I'm like really into this game. I want to play a bunch of it. I want to be able to get on whenever. That's the problem. With
Also-
that, you know. So here's what we can do. We can find a server that is public that nobody fucking plays on, and there's
That ain't gonna
barely
work.
anybody to
I
interact
would
with.
not
Yeah,
try
that
that.
works.
That ain't gonna work.
Okay, what are you trying to? What are you saying, Josh?
I just wanted to point out the fact that literally half the words that Brad said in the past like 20 minutes have been dick jokes. Seriously.
That's what we do.
Fool's Penis Radio, bro.
Have you not
The
noticed
microphone
when
is
I get in
actually
one of
a
those moods
dildo.
where I'm just making jokes in the background for an hour?
Like, my reasoning behind this is I don't have any fucking games to talk about, so this is what I'm here for.
Dick
right now.
jokes. I got you.
I've got plenty.
You can't
Josh is like,
pretend.
I have a list right here.
Yep.
We know you come to Fool's Banter Radio.
Anyway,
for
that's cool.
quality
You're
dick
enjoying
jokes.
it, Kyle.
Hey, I'm talking here. Quality dick jokes. You come, and you want those.
Okay.
And Brad, he
You come.
That's the whole
provides.
point.
He has the dick jokes for days. Brad, hit us with another one.
Your dick.
Okay, whatever.
It was a dick joke.
Okay, so you fucked me up. I was gonna say some shit and you fucked
Good.
me up with your little dick intro.
What were we talking
Dick.
about?
I don't know. Okay, you're enjoying Conan Exiles. You want to play with
Yeah,
us? You
that would
wanna
be
play
fun.
with us, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giggity.
Winkety wink.
Um,
I'll bring my big old dog. You bring some big old knockers.
So has
There's
it like
the dick
changed
joke.
a lot since we last played it?
Probably.
Yeah.
What do you think, Steve?
I don't know.
I tried it out. It's changed it out.
I know
Is it
one thing.
easier to
You don't
start?
want to mess with
Yeah.
those
It's not
dungeons
that
to
easy
look
to
like-
start in general.
Yes,
but
it is
I don't
easier
know.
to start.
Like I didn't realize that there was these dungeons in the game. That you
There are-
speak of.
there's
There's
some-
like dungeons with chests and shit like that.
Yeah, all kinds of cool loot to find.
have to watch out,
Crazy
though.
bosses to fight. It's
Why
a-
do we have to watch out, Keith?
Because some of them are.
yeah, some of them
mean.
are pretty fucking hard, and they're
And
it's,
you don't-
it's very Dark Souls. Skyrim is kind of what I would.
You have to go
Yeah.
figure.
Not so close on the
I
Dark
believe
Souls
The
side.
combat, it's got a dodge roll. and then it's got a block, an attack, and a charge attack.
And,
That's about
there's just a
it.
crap ton of different weapons, and then when you use your alternate, for every weapon has a little bit different attack.
So to preemptively answer your question, Josh, I believe you can play in first or third person.
Yes.
You can choose. Okay.
Yeah, you just scroll that little wheel.
You just scroll the wheel.
that
You scroll the wheel where you want to be. You
Scroll
want to be up
that
in the
little
face. It can be
wheel
up in
with
the
your
face.
little
My only thing is, my friends that want me to get it,
Oh my gosh.
besides you guys, is on PlayStation.
Well, you do you, Keith.
You do
You
you.
don't
Yeah,
got
no,
a
it's
computer
still a
good
great
enough to
game.
play it. It's
Like,
still
I
good.
got my computer tray that
But
is
we know
running
that you
high.
have
I also
My
didn't know that
computer ain't
the
even-
dungeons, they're not even set in any real order.
Yeah,
They-
no,
they-
there's dungeons everywhere, and you will likely run across one. You'll probably walk down there and be like, "Oh, it's going down
And
here,"
probably get
and
killed.
get fucking slaughtered. Yeah,
But,
because
okay.
Yeah.
it's
But you gotta play it in hardcore mode. One death.
What?
Game
No, I
crazy.
don't agree with
Hell
that.
No,
yeah.
not this game.
Because
Not this game.
you're
It's-
probably gonna die, and I don't want
I
to.
got
And
raped
then
by
they're
a
all gonna
frog
laugh.
with a
It's
dog
like-
out the other day.
Okay, so
Came running
hold
up
on.
to me and
You can-
smacking me with it.
You can do that if you want to. Just I don't know. Don't go pick up your body.
Oh, man.
Well, you would keep all your skills and shit though, obviously.
Mhm.
But
I'm just
I mean,
playing.
it has the very real risk of
I was
losing
just
all
telling
your
you
shit
that
when
you're,
you die.
you're not a
Like,
man unless you play it in hardcore mode. That's what I was getting at.
It's already kind of a hardcore game, you know.
Yeah, it has its-
hardcore.
Unless you live hardcore.
Cause the legend of the Reds was way hardcore!
That was awesome. Anyways, Conan Exiles is a pretty cool game. We could figure something out. I don't know. It's fun. We can do some sick dungeons. The dungeons look really good. Dick dungeons. There seem to be
And
a
we've
bunch of
come back around.
more dick jokes on
What
Dick
goes around
Banter
comes
Radio.
around.
Dick Banter Radio.
Dick Banter
Sometimes
Radio.
in
We're
butts.
Dick Banter Radio. Fool's Penis
Wait,
Radio.
Sometimes things that
Fool's
go around come
Banter's
around.
penis.
Fool's Banter's Penis Radio. The dildo is a mic. Or the other way around.
Or Kyle's head does not look like a mic. It looks
It's like a dildo. Oh boy.
You do kind of a penis
So-
head.
I just need to get like a little shave right here.
You should totally give yourself
Oh
like
my goodness.
you know those old guys that have
What
like
did
that
you
hair on the
guys
sides
smoke?
and not the top. They do kind of look like uncircumcised penises, don't they?
Are you drunk, high, and a little bit of everything?
No, okay. Anyway, video games. Does anyone else have a video game before Josh gets to his other ones?
Wait, how many fucking video games do you
Steve.
No,
have?
it's just like little news things. Like,
I ask if anyone else
So you're
has a
just-
video game.
yeah,
Josh's
I'm
hand
just-
shoots
So
straight
you're
up
just
in the air.
regurgitating
Well-
shit people already know.
What?
No, go ahead, please.
like
I probably don't know.
it's
He's got a list. I'm telling you.
E3's coming up soon,
Uh-huh.
and
I see something you don't
Oh.
have on there.
I'm super excited for
There's
E3
going to be a
come
lot
out
of announcements coming
because
out.
like Nintendo, E3, freaking June
Oh,
12th,
man.
Smash
Nintendo
Invitational.
is going to be MIA at E3 completely. They
Smash
announced it.
Calling it.
Invitational.
Calling it.
June 12th. They're releasing information on the new Smash. I am so fucking excited.
You got your Switch ready.
Oh my god, I'm excited. It's in less than a month.
More than excited.
Josh, you
Yeah.
did miss that I purchased Skyrim on the Switch,
Nice.
and I'm having way more fun with it than I should be, having
Hey.
played it millions of times.
Are you playing a bunch of Switch still? Is that
See,
the
I'm
only
playing
console
it,
you're
but
playing?
you know, I've been really getting into Elder Scrolls, like reading up on the lore and everything. And I think I just want to like go on the PC and play through every game. But the problem is,
every Elder Scrolls.
Get that DOS box, yo.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get that DOS box. The first two Elder Scrolls games are free from Bethesda website.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And I think I decided as far as tattoos, because I want to get tattoos in my video games. I have a Superman tattoo, but on my right arm, I wanted to get a Fallout tattoo. I wanted to get a vault door with Vault 90, the year I was born, with like a power armor helmet sitting at the base of it or something like that. But if I was doing that, I thought maybe I'd want to get like an Elder Scrolls tattoo on my other arm, so I'd have Fallout and Elder Scrolls on my arms. Because I fucking love those games. Fucking love those games. Those
You
have
know-
got to be like, barring Path of Exile. Those are probably my favorite game series right there. The Fallouts and the
Different
and
genre.
the Elder
different
Scrolls.
genres.
Since Bethesda took over Fallout, but even the old ones were good little RPG.
There's a lot of good
Games.
lore there as well too.
Yeah.
If you're into that, absolutely.
So yeah, I wanted to get those tattoos. And
Skyrim tattoo wouldn't be bad if it wasn't so
Here's the thing.
overdone.
I don't
Who
want
cares?
a Skyrim tattoo.
Yeah.
I want an Elder Scrolls tattoo.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true too.
What would
Which
be a
is
cool
that's
Elder
the thing is
Scrolls?
I'm having a problem finding something that is the same in every Elder Scrolls game that you could get a tattoo.
That's what I'm
The only thing
thinking.
I
was
think
like-
is maybe the scroll itself.
Yeah, but I was
No.
looking at like the Daedric princes and the divines and stuff like that.
There's some like font there that you might be able to use.
Yeah, but
That's some pretty cool.
That is in like.
I think
I
they
don't know if
change
he's
it
in all
each
of them.
game.
Maybe you can
most
get
of
your
them.
kid's name
That's the
in
thing.
Fallout was
Daedric or something.
Fallout was easy because that's the vault door is in every Fallout. Yeah.
I don't like that one
And the
that
Brotherhood of
much.
Steel. I
don't
love that
like
one.
that.
And
I
the
like
dude
it.
that
I haven't
asked
seen
him
it, heard of it. Like,
do the tattoo.
I think it's
thought
good.
It was sick. But
What would
It's
be the
unique.
coolest fucking Fallout tattoo?
that
You
one.
can make it like the vaults, like opening out of.
I
your
would have
arm,
to think about
because
that. For a
Your
while.
arm is the exit to the vault.
Honestly, I feel
so
like
the door's kind of going back into your skin, looking kind of thing.
I feel like it should be like a quote or something.
But I've always been worried about getting tattoos on arms because I'm skinny as fuck.
I know what I would get.
Skinny.
I would find my favorite scene in Fallout 4 of teddy bears in insane situations. That's what I would do.
That's
Teddy
dope.
bears in insane situations.
That's
E3,
good.
Josh. You're dying over there.
I mean, I don't got like a whole lot of.
Is he keep looking back at his phone?
I am
You're excited, but you have any
Well,
particular
like
part of it? you
just
wanna
a
talk?
couple more like random details about games. Like they just are about to release No Man's Sky on Xbox
Snowman.
One.
They're about to release
No
some-
Man's Sky.
No
Man's
Man's
Sky.
Sky.
You know that'd probably be a better game.
It probably will be a better
They're
game.
releasing it on the Xbox One, but they're actually putting multiplayer.
You can play it
into
on my
You want my
profile. I
Steam
regret
account?
buying that
I was
game,
gonna
but
say you want my Steam account.
And like,
on
I know
Steam,
it doesn't
shitty
mean a whole
fucking
lot, but they've put a crap ton of updates
We
in
go-
it. And there's
yeah,
like
they
a lot
have.
of lore.
Do you know there's planets
And-
like are collided now?
base building and stuff
And
like
now,
that.
like, if there's a multiplayer, you're gonna be able to have exactly what you were expecting to have at the beginning when they were originally releasing the fucking game.
oh, at least I haven't had to pay for
like
it. but-
the space
The
battles
game is
and
still
shit.
extremely shallow in general, though,
I
it
agree.
seems.
Yeah,
I watched-
definitely. It might
Just-
be fun for like
I can see how they could-
maybe 10, 20 hours with a buddy,
I'll-
like trying
yeah.
to get as far as you can,
I would
building a
agree with
base and
that.
stuff like that. But
Not much.
it's not a game you're going to play thousands of hours on.
Just random.
Yeah.
Details.
I watched a video.
I can see them fixing it though, but I'm not. I don't have faith in
Nah.
companies fixing shit anymore,
No,
especially
well,
after
depends
Destiny
on who.
1 and
Depends on
all
who.
that. That's a whole
No,
bunch
it
of
depends
crap.
on Destiny. That's a company where they've already had a
No!
bunch of problems. They've already had a shit ton
fucking
of problems.
Destiny. I'm tired of talking about Destiny.
No, we're not talking
Can we
about
stop
Destiny.
talking about
We're talking about the developer of Destiny, right? Which
We're
is so
talking
the
about-
biggest Activision, right?
Bungie.
Bungie.
Hey, you
But
guys,
yeah,
you guys
then-
can be happy
but
because as I was telling
Activision.
Kyle, I chose to talk about Path of Exile before you guys got here and we recorded.
Oh, dude, you can
God.
still put that in there. It's on there. We should totally talk about Path of Exile.
No.
The new league.
I was just saying
It'll
disappointments of.
Crap.
Okay, Path of Exile synopsis. New league, looks badass. Brad's gonna play the fuck out of it. I might join next.
Kyle might join for like
Before
10 minutes. He might get the map
Before
soon.
I might get to
interrupted me.
Sorry about
I
that.
watched a video.
My bad.
Oh, Keith is the one that interrupted me.
Hey,
I watched
hey,
a
hey.
video.
Sorry, but I'm gonna let you finish. But Keith gets interrupted all the fucking time.
Yeah, he does. I'm sorry, Keith.
Continue.
I watched it. I was just waiting until
Don't
someone
worry,
said
I'll
something.
wait.
I watched a video on No Man's Sky. It was like right when the update had come out, but there was like they added a new thing where planets can be like colliding into each other.
Ooh.
Looks fucking cool from space, but a guy went down there and tried to figure out the point where the planets were connected, and he actually found it, and it was like complete garbage, buggy crap. Like
Of
they
course.
did such a bad job with it, and like
I'm
you walk up to one end, and then like it suddenly thinks you're on the other planet. But it can't locate you onto the surface of the planet, so you get stuck like in the center of the planet, and it's like super bad.
Okay, I have a problem with people having problems with that because you know the amount of work that would have to go into animations of something
Right.
that scale.
And I understand
like
that.
planets colliding and working with the
Yeah.
gravity, the artificial gravity in that game and everything.
Okay, hold
To
on.
me, it's more of a scenery thing from far away, and
I-
you go and explore after the fact. Like
I agree.
it's
We're gonna be on the
expected
same
to
point
be
as Kyle
jacked
here.
up if you're like trying to sit in the middle of it.
I agree. Unless you're in your ship, how are you going to go actually explore that in the first place?
You go
You
down
are going
there.
to die.
But here's
Yes,
the
these are
thing.
gliding at that
The
point.
game was...
It's an impact zone.
That was
And then they
their
should have
advertised
zero.
point of the game is that you could go from space to the tiniest point. That's the whole
Exactly.
point. So when they add something
Exactly.
that should...
No.
Honestly, you say
Here's-
it's really hard, it is, but when you think about it, they could just generate a weirdly shaped planet that half of it generates slightly
They
different
can
than
force
the
you
other
to
half.
like not get
Or
rid
make
of
it look like
No
they're
one's
two
no
places
one's
colliding.
arguing the fact that they dropped the ball as far as the scope and scale of their
No,
game.
that's
they're
the
adding
entire
stuff
point. That's the
They're
entire point.
adding stuff still that they're trying to reconcile that, but it's still just as bad.
That's the entire point
Okay,
from the start.
I think it'll
Hold
be
on.
bad
From the start of this game,
Uh-huh.
it flopped because they said, "Here's is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. Maybe you'll meet somebody. Blah blah blah." They don't. They fucking like underestimate what gamers are willing to do to fucking make shit happen,
Yeah.
right? And so they gave us this product. It was not what they said it was. And then again, they're doing the same shit, and it's just half-ass, buggy, ridiculous shit trying to save the fucking game. And
Okay.
that's the problem.
I get what you're saying. Like, again, no one's arguing that they didn't drop the ball when it first came out, but they added this thing. Did they claim that it was going to be perfect, that you can stand in the middle of it and it'll have the coolest effects in the
You're
world?
getting
Did they
a little
claim that?
too into.
No. What I'm saying is they added this thing. Does it look cool from space? That's all I'm asking. Does it look cool from space?
So then what's
what's
the
the
harm
harm
game
in it?
does? Because that game still runs like trash. You can run it at 10 FPS.
Let's put it
Like
this
they added
way.
this thing.
You know how I got
sorry.
that game to run at 30 FPS when it first came out? I had to install unreleased drivers for my graphics card and change the settings on my computer in a very specific way just to get 30 FPS on this game on the lowest settings.
Okay, but
Let's
so the game is
Garbo.
okay. The game has problems to begin with.
Yes.
So you're saying they shouldn't release
Problem.
anything unless
No.
it's perfect.
I don't think the game has.
I don't think I should think they should kill it.
I don't think it's a game is
Yeah.
garbage. It's just how they're trying to market it. It just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
I
My
feel
thing
like
is,
Okay,
it's worse
has
than
anyone
Destiny
seen my
2.
Gatorade since our drink review?
God.
the worst flops. What worse
Oh,
flops do
thank
you
you.
have than that? I'm sorry.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
Oh fuck, Destiny 1. if
Give
you
me
like that
another
too.
one that drops low that is not that is a high end game name that's been recent.
So
I'm
you
sorry.
single
I don't
player
think-
Fortnite was a pretty big
Oh my
flop.
God! Can
I
we
just don't
not
wanna
get
like
into
Fortnite. I
Fortnite?
can't-
I
I
get
get
what's
so
wrong with single player?
salty.
We
What's
struck
wrong
a
with Paragon
chord.
is gone.
That's
So
of
salty.
He's
I didn't like. I can't comment on Fortnite because I have.
Oh
way
my
too many predators.
God.
How many YouTube videos are there of still images of Paragon to sad music, like little montages?
There's actually so many.
That's what I'm saying.
will be missed.
In loving memory of
My heart will
Paragon.
go on.
Although
It's
I don't know if we
gonna
mentioned
be
this on the thing.
That'll be me when
They,
Eve dies.
the people at Epic Games
100
released
views.
released the
Yeah.
ability to create the game to the public, so you can create your own server.
Okay.
You can create your own
It's
game.
a dead game,
and all
bruh.
that.
No.
Well,
It's a
then
dead
the
game.
fucking
They
game
go.
is still alive.
It's
It's only as
Some-
alive as somebody makes it.
Theoretically.
Somebody has to take it.
They've
quality.
released several assets from Paragon to be used in the Unreal Engine of Epic. It makes sense. It's their property, their engine, they're doing it. And they're going to be continuously releasing more as time goes on. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. But
But
I'm
Fortnite,
still
though.
upset. Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck that
I don't
shit.
understand why people love the game
But
so much.
we're talking a lot of like negative on like
We are.
really big name games.
I don't care.
And
You got
I-
Death Force.
What are you doing?
I can't find my Gatorade.
It's
Oh
right
my
next
God.
to you, you tard.
you guys are awful
Me and Brad
about
lost
not
our
being able to
Gatorades
find your
right
fucking
next to us.
Gatorade.
Okay, let's change the subject from.
But I
Fortnite
was
Battle Royale.
playing. I've started playing a mod recently on my computer that I was playing.
A mod for
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because it's
Does
putting
it add a Battle Royale?
Super Mario 64 Mario in Ocarina of Time.
It's
that all it does?
Battle Royale mode and Ocarina of Time.
Wait, is it Mario
That'd
with
be dope.
Link's skills, or is it Mario with Mario skills?
with Mario's skills. It's
Whoa,
like,
what the
it's,
fuck?
It's
Holy shit,
Super
wait,
Mario
seriously?
64 playing through Ocarina of Time, and they're like actually setting up all the quests and making it work through Mario's perspective.
What the
Mario's
fuck?
like
And
fucking
it's
saving the
dope. It is
Deku
actually
tree. and
That's
shit like
pretty
that.
cool, actually.
It is. It
Wow.
really
And you're
is.
playing it?
Goomba Stomp
I
and
have it on my
everything?
computer.
You know what mod I want to play? Skywind.
Oh, yeah.
What a Goomba Stomp
That's
can.
true. I
I've
would
been
help
waiting
play Skywind.
forever.
Is it not done yet?
Fuck no, it won't ever be done.
Probably
man.
Right.
not.
It'll never
Like,
be done.
feel
It's
that.
been in the work for like since Skyrim came out. 10 years?
It takes a long time to do that.
No,
fucking work,
7
man.
years. Skyrim's been out for 7 years.
It's crap.
It
Basically,
also
building
depends on
a
your
game from the ground
dedication to what and why.
up. Mhm.
If somebody's
Wow.
doing it that's really good at it, but they're dedicating a lot of time towards money, like
got one
working,
What's Gamora?
they're gonna it's
Or
gonna
go
give
buy
take them a
some
long
more.
time just because they're working and they can't focus all their time on the game. You know, I mean, but if it's somebody that's actually focused all their time into developing,
It's
Yeah,
all
it's gotta go.
volunteers.
well,
Skywind is all volunteers. Anyone who wants to work on it can.
I'm sure they. Oh, really?
Yeah, you just
Basically,
apply
as long
and
as you
say,
know what
hey,
you're doing.
hey,
Yeah, you
I
just
want to
can't
help.
shit.
Here's some assets. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, if you can show that you know what you're doing, I'm sure they'll let you in.
Earlier,
see, the one thing with volunteer stuff, like sometimes it can go really good, but sometimes it gets like so much crap, but it doesn't have people to filter it out and actually make it work. And it's not that the stuff's crap; there's nobody there to organize it, so it becomes
Crap.
It turns into stuff that's not used,
Right.
and
And I'm sure
that's
that
the
happens all the
unfortunate.
time. I'm sure that happens all the time. It is. But it's just so much fucking work and dedication, to do that kind of shit. You really got to be dedicated to it.
Yeah,
But is there
got
still
to, but
active leadership or whatever in Skyland?
Yeah, there was
making it
like
happen?
some drama of people stopping, someone else picks it up, blah blah blah.
see that's the
cares?
thing. Like,
Maybe like 20 years later, and there'll be one guy who's like, I finally have it!
It'll never
it'd probably
exist.
go
If-
faster if it was one.
There
guy.
is
Right?
Had all
there
the
is
time
a
in the world to
full
do it.
game that was made with the Skyrim modding tools. I don't remember the name of it, but
We talked about it before, yeah.
yeah, it was. I did talk about.
I played it a little bit.
It was pretty wild. It was pretty good quality, like crazy story. I wasn't a fan of the skill interface and stuff, so that's why I didn't play it.
You know
What was I
what?
gonna say? Oh, I remember.
yeah,
What?
we personally went through that.
Wait.
Are you still on the subject
What's
of
up,
Skyrim?
No, or
Sure, why
the
not?
Sky stuff.
If you're finish that thought.
Ha.
What?
'Cause
Uh,
I'm gonna
but
change
me and him
something.
were in LARPing in that they had that discommunication. And, like it started.
There
out,
was
they
some
started,
LARPing drama.
Pretty
Yeah,
much. Pretty
there
much.
was
Some
LARPing.
Do
llama?
you call that? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you call that a llama?
That's alarma.
Oh, alarma.
There
Alarma.
was so much.
I
laughing
spit in
drama.
your
No,
general
actually,
direction.
llama's better.
Yeah.
I have one last piece of news.
His
Oh
home
my
is-
god.
So they called it Minecraft Bedrock Edition, where it's
Mhm.
Nintendo Switch, Xbox One,
Windows 10.
mobile, and Windows 10 Edition all connected together to be able to play on their own
Oh,
servers.
yeah.
Wait,
Well, yeah,
Everything but
Did you
PC.
say- like,
Oh, well,
like
no,
my
Windows
version?
10.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Everything but PlayStation.
they can all connect.
PC,
They're all-
Windows 10,
Yeah.
PlayStation?
Switch.
Yeah, you can play
Not
all play on the
PlayStation.
same
Oh,
server.
PlayStation
not
only
PlayStation.
Switch, not PlayStation.
Xbox One, Switch,
Wow.
mobile, and Windows 10 Edition.
Oh yeah.
Can
That's
all
so
play
pretty
together.
cool.
So you could be on your computer
It would
playing
have to be
Minecraft, and I could
realms.
be on my Switch.
It'd have to be realms. That's the only way.
Yeah.
But that's okay
No, you
because...
just host a server from Windows 10, and then the other people can get up in that bitch.
Okay, I don't know how Windows 10 works then. But
It's Windows.
no, well, see, the problem is like all the mods and shit like that. And
You can
it's
just add the mod from
probably-
Windows
See,
10 when
but,
somebody loads up from the
like,
console. They
custom
have to
mods.
extra load.
custom mods, so
Yeah,
you can
and
edit
when somebody loads
yourself.
up on the console,
No.
they just have to
No.
load.
No? What? Wait.
You
It's
what the fuck
it's
is going
Windows.
on here?
It's like an Xbox One edition.
So yeah,
Yeah, you can't have all those mods on Xbox
So
One.
what they
dude.
do is they have plugins.
They
have,
do
it-
have
like
those.
you know, like the
They have
plugins,
plugins? Really?
and you can throw your
But-
own in there.
Those are the realms.
But it's
though.
like...
But they're going to
That's
be
realms,
limited.
though.
They're going to be limited.
Is that what you're talking
because
about?
the systems aren't going to handle.
I mean, but it's your
Same-
mobile. You
same
can play your
crap.
freaking phone at the same time as your buddy's playing his Xbox One, and you guys can be hooked up together. That's dope, honestly. But they've released,
You know
like
what
yeah,
you could
PlayStation
do?
needs to jump
They've
on that.
released a date
on
for
that
the
train.
final update for that Bedrock Edition. Is going to be coming up soon. The final update
The...
for
When
Minecraft
is
Bedrock
it?
Edition.
So what you could do, just imagine you playing on the computer and everything, and your buddies are like super into the server, but you went to work and you're on your way home from work and you're on the bus, but you're like, I'll jump on my mobile. What's up, guys? I'll be on my computer in just a little bit.
Yeah, but
or your Nintendo Switch.
I've seen
or even
people
Nintendo Switch.
add like mods,
don't
like
have
you know, like the
Nintendo
inventory tweaks mod, where you can sort chests by hitting like R and stuff like that. You
Can
can
you
add that,
get
and
Tinker's Construct on fucking server?
I don't.
Um,
think so.
No,
That's not
because
a
that's
plugin.
garbage.
I love
Tinker's
Tinker's
Construct.
Construct.
is good. No, I think you could. You
That's-
could if they approve
We all
it.
just
Because
jump
that's-
shit.
it has to be approved.
That's
why
going
it's-
back
Every-
to
all of them are
I like
vetted,
it more simple.
Because it's anything that hits Xbox for sure. When it comes
Yeah,
to
it just
Xbox,
has
it
to
has
be
to be
approved.
vetted. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
that
you
goes
totally
back
could.
to I want it a little more simple.
It
My
is pretty
thing
simple
is,
still.
I don't mind having the simple platform, but
I
you
like
gotta-
honestly,
you gotta
I'm
be
cool
able
with the
to-
vanilla game.
gotta be able to
though.
mod.
Yeah.
Really, if I'm gonna play
People need to
Minecraft
grow.
again, I'm cool with the vanilla
Without-
game. Or I'm cool with some like vanilla Skyblock because that was actually pretty fun. I played single player on my own
vanilla
for
Skyblock.
quite a while. Some
You
Skyblock.
guys love that Skyblock.
I don't know what it is
Hell
about it,
yeah.
man.
I don't
It's
know
just
what it
working
is,
from
but
nothing
It's like
to
so
something.
fun.
And so yeah, it really
it
is.
was like when the
Are you being
flat
sarcastic?
landing creative mode came out. Everyone was all about that. I'm like,
Oh, that was boring.
Who's everyone? Not
That's
me.
boring.
yeah,
Yeah,
no. That's what I'm saying. Skyblock is the same way to me.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to build my own landscape. I want to discover the cool
I don't know.
landscape and
I
build
kinda-
on
can
it.
see
I
your
kind of like the
fields on that.
challenge of like just working from very little. Like that's why I like island starts a lot, you know, because
Yeah,
you really
I
have to
love
work
the- I
for
love
it.
the
I
island stuff.
I would
One
like
tree.
it if they came out with
Yeah.
something using
Maybe
the
a
Skyblock
cow over there on
engine,
the island down the
but
way.
had the generated stuff. But I see why they don't because of how it runs. They'd have to change it up a little bit.
They're gonna release dolphins,
Yeah, the first part of the aquatic
Fucking
update already
and
came
you're
out.
gonna be able to feed the dolphins fish, and then they'll lead you to something.
They got turtles. There's little turtle
It's just
babies.
the way he said it and the look on his face when that
Josh is like
motherfucker said
waiting
they're
to
gonna
say dolphin.
release
They're gonna release
dolphins.
They already released the first
Yeah.
You
part
can
of the
follow them to
aquatic
treasure
update.
and Free Willy.
No, on Bedrock.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, they have like tridents and
Yeah.
stuff in there that you can
There's a
throw
new type
in
of
the
zombie
water.
that runs around on the bottom of the oceans called the Drowned. And
Yeah.
they chuck the tridents at you.
Well, like
That's
all
cool.
all undead creatures just sink now in the water.
That's fucking
So, like,
stupid.
Boats actually work finally.
No,
Zombies
actually
would
work.
float, bro.
No, I like that. I like that. That is a nice change because, like, why the fuck are these zombies living through this bullshit just because they're in the water? You're like in the middle of daytime, he's just chasing you.
Living through
Fucking
shit.
seriously?
Oh, they're
Because when they're in the
sitting
water,
there
they
falling,
don't
I'm
take-
like,
They don't take fire damage when they're in the water, right?
Well, I thought it was
He's
really
a
funny.
Minecraft gangster. He's just popping zombies.
I thought it was really
He's
funny
like,
how
they
some-
don't live when I'm around.
Living through shit.
Bitch.
I'm just like.
I'm not afraid of anything in the water.
No,
Like,
Creeper,
slash
Creeper
kill
scare me
enemies,
on
bitch.
land, get in the water, die, bitch.
you jerk them off.
This
They are
is not.
penis shaped.
Who do
If
you?
anything, I'm jerking
Yeah,
myself
right?
off more like this.
What the fuck?
He's just jerking
What the
himself
fuck?
off.
Okay,
He's
dolphins.
jerking himself out to creatures.
Creepers, yeah.
No,
Creatures.
He's like, oh
this
shit,
is
he's
out
coming.
here.
Childhood,
My
That's
hands-
why they're penis shaped.
Those like
monsters
he
that
gets
explode.
that
Come on.
photorealism texture pack and he's like, oh fuck.
He's looking at that
creepers.
cow. That face.
Vertical, right?
Wow.
Vertical.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh, we did it again.
Oh wow.
Is that all your news, Josh? Because I got some news up in this bit.
Go for it.
Y'all ever heard of a game called Call of Duty?
Nope.
Yeah,
See you
what's
later.
up,
You ever heard of a
Oh,
game
no.
called Black Ops 4?
Black Ops 4 that has
Fuck
a battle royale in it.
Yeah. No single player.
Call of Duty battle
Those are the
royale.
Battle Royale.
Is it
mode.
really?
Yeah.
I'm actually
I'm
really
down
excited.
for that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm excited, dude. Call of Duty's got great.
I saw so
mechanics.
many memes of they're like it's the team at Activision and they're like what are we gonna do to save Call of Duty and there's the board dude over there. Just put a fucking battle royale in it.
But
They're
I mean,
like
to be
employee
perfectly
of the
honest-
month.
No, it's
Fucking-
completely true.
To be perfectly honest,
BB.
it's absolutely true. He's
But
right.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it because they're
I
still
agree.
gonna have the regular multiplayer. They're gonna have
Didn't-
the regular zombies.
Fair enough.
I'm
Instead of
having
a
deja
single player.
vu of a game,
They did
an
have-
action RPG called Path of Exile that did the same thing. April 1st.
Oh yeah, but that was silly. But that was actually
That
kinda
was
cool.
a little joke.
Kind of cool at
and
the same time
I will
because really
say-
though, The Battle Royale idea is honestly really good, and I'm surprised
I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's
stale.
It probably has to do with hardware,
player.
right? It's really hard to put 100 people on a map once upon a time.
Yeah,
it's pretty
on,
easy now.
on consoles. Yeah,
I think it's a great idea as a secondary game mode. It's something
that's what it is.
that people like do.
That's not what it sounded like.
No. Okay, so we had an explanation from the devs. They straight up said that the Battle Royale was a tacked-on thing. It's not their main focus.
So the main is probably the multiplayer.
They decided,
yeah.
They're gonna make Black Ops 4 multiplayer, focus on the multiplayer and the zombies. The zombies is gonna come out with 3 like complete maps with like start to finish Easter eggs kind of thing. 3 instead of the 1 they normally do at the start.
And
it's all story. And they were focusing on that and the multiplayer. They're making the multiplayer a little bit more like Overwatch.
Oh,
right?
yes.
There's gonna be the specialists, like how Black Ops 3 had the specialists, like the guy with the gravity spikes.
See,
stuff like
I
that.
was just gonna ask, can they cut out all that stupid bullshit?
There's no like jetpacking and stuff. Like that. It's still boots in the ground.
Just make a Call of Duty with a nice, huge gun and equipment selection. And fucking stop giving us jetpacks and like grappling hooks and fucking.
And I don't really care about all the classes and shit. I just want like here's a list of guns that I can use.
Let me unlock guns. Let me unlock sidearms. Let me unlock perks.
Let me basically have a paper doll that I get to put a certain number of fucking shit on based on weight or whatever. I don't care.
I think
Black Ops 2 was the last one that did good at that, and even barely, but still.
I really like Black Ops 3, but and there's also a little bit of Rainbow Siege getting mixed in. There's going to be classes like shield classes that only have pistol and a shield, and they're going to be able to block and stuff. And there's no jetpacks, it's all boots on the grounds, and there's going to be like more tactical kind of gameplay, stuff like that. Instead of like Call of Duty's regeneration, you're going to have to like use like a stim pack to heal yourself in game and stuff like that. Instead of just slowly healing.
Just like World War II?
No, World War II had regeneration.
So will you actually be able to heal yourself in hardcore multiplayer?
In World War II,
but there's
in World War II single player, you had to use health packs.
Yes, it's going to be like that. But there's also going to be specialists that can heal teammates. So
I don't want to play. I don't want to play hero characters.
I do. I'm down for this.
I feel like that's a really cool idea because Call of Duty has really good.
So what you're telling me is they're like Call of Duty's like, all right. People are not liking Call of Duty anymore. Let's just make Overwatch and PUBG.
But they're still liking Call of Duty.
Rainbow Six, PUBG. That's what it is. They're making a mix of those 3 things.
Here's them. They're like, okay,
and then they're throwing
what are the most popular games right now? Well, obviously, PUBG.
I think what he's trying to get at is
Overwatch.
But what's wrong with that?
Classic Call of Duty.
But what's wrong with that? If they make it good, and Activision has the means to make it good for sure.
But why do they still call it Call of Duty?
Okay.
Why isn't it something
He's
else?
making a pretty fair point.
That's
You're talking about classic Call of Duty, and they just released World War II, and they're about to remake freaking Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's coming out.
So like they're working on that old shit. They're just making this new shit along
I
with it.
get that.
I'm
World
down
War
for
II
it.
was decent, but it still didn't quite hit that same spot that the other ones did.
I agree, but that's
because World War II still tried to do some gimmicky shit.
Yes, I agree.
Not as much as all the other games, but still try to do gimmicky shit.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm completely fine with this because Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Bring back fucking quick scoping, which is what a lot of people had fun with.
Awful, terrible. I hate that. World War 2 had quick scoping.
When was the last Call of Duty release?
World War 2.
When?
6 months ago.
I don't know. No, it was like a year
6
ago.
months ago.
Probably.
No, it wasn't that long.
6 months
It
ago.
was close. I think it was close.
Has there been?
Like 8?
It's the game that's coming for Christmas this year, right? That's how
I
it
believe
works.
so,
Yeah. So they release a game every year still, right? Before Christmas, don't they?
But it's 3 companies that do it, so
That
this one company,
Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity War.
Treyarch, has been working on this game since Black Ops 3, like 2.5 years ago. And they've just been focusing on the multiplayer.
So
this guy's over here changing my mind about fucking Infinity War.
Okay, hold on. If they've been working on it since Black Ops 3 came out, then they clearly scrapped everything they did once Overwatch and PUBG and Rainbow Six came out.
He's probably right too, actually. That's pretty good.
Like, we're working so hard on this. Oh wait, these games are better. Scrap it, we're doing this.
How do we do all of
They
this?
just changed this stuff. But yeah, it's the Battle Royale seems pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of little stuff it's not important to the game, but there's some cool things. Like, you can choose the character model you play as in the Battle Royale, and you can be any of the old characters from any old Call of Duty game. You could be like Soap. You could be freaking any of the zombies characters running around. You could be freaking Richtofen running around murdering Soap in Battle Royale. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All that kind of
That's
stuff.
really
So
nice.
I will have to admit this. If any game should be okay, if you're gonna say if you could take PUBG and put any actual like first person shooter
game
mechanic
engine.
in it,
You're talking
game
engine?
Call of Duty.
I
Probably.
will say Call of Duty is the smoothest.
That would be the
Exactly.
best
They have the best
experience.
shooter.
I would
have
play
to
that
agree with
over
that.
PUBG.
Yeah.
That's
Another thing
what I'm
is-
excited for.
Another thing is a lot of the storylines, Josh, the campaign modes. Got
Yeah, like the
stale.
Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3
Josh.
campaigns were so bad. I'm glad they're not including one in
Jo-
this one.
It's
I
like,
hate
why are
the
you guys
campaign.
bothering? You're trying to pander to this.
Well,
group.
last-
Fuck
see, the
those
last
guys.
thing-
Decent campaign for me was Modern Warfare 3, and it was okay.
It still seems like they're releasing a campaign, but they're focusing it on.
They said
Oh.
straight up they're not releasing a campaign.
It's not a true campaign, but it's.
I mean, I never played it.
Zombies had a campaign feeling. to it,
Zombies-
and it was
yeah.
Zombies is its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zombies
Yeah, but it has.
They're doing.
It's always
They're
been
doing
so.
what's
It's
fun to
story
them.
structure.
They're doing what's fun to them and what works.
There's some new things
I
in
think.
Zombies 2. There's like different game modes where there's like a whole arena map that's just melee only, like a melee only zombie mode. It's in like a coliseum.
Zombies is a co-op horde survival game with story
But the-
aspects.
Yeah,
Indie
but when they
strings.
do that, when they focus on that
That
stuff,
is
they
kind of
focus
fun.
on it better.
Yeah.
And I think they.
Remember when it first came out? It was the fucking thing that everyone talked about.
Kino.
Who's everyone?
No,
still love
no,
that
before
shit.
Kino, bro.
Oh, you
Now
talking
We're
You're
talking
on
the
top.
very first World at War
Yeah, not
zombies.
We played so much of
I'm
that.
a youngin.
Yeah, you are young, and that OG map. you
How
don't even know.
old would
Exactly.
he have been when that map came out, or when that game came out?
The last
We have to find
map on Black Ops 3, the last map was like a bunch of maps mixed together,
Nah,
like
it's
space and
fucking
time,
awesome.
and that was the center of the map was that OG map. Pretty dope.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
2008
We have.
I'm excited.
was World at War.
So wait,
Really?
10
10
years
years
ago?
ago was
How old are you
World War,
again?
So
He
he would have
was
been
10.
7 or 8 years old.
No, well,
Yeah, it was 10 years ago,
Yeah.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Math, Kyle, man.
I mean, he might have been playing. I don't know what were
I don't
you
know.
playing?
I played.
No, that was
He was playing
12-year-old.
fucking
Yeah.
I don't
Zelda.
know.
When he was 7, Jimmy didn't let him play, except, and the only thing he really did play
I guess I didn't really
was
know
on
him
the
at 7.
Nintendo.
When do we know? We knew him at about what, like 4 and 5, right? 3, 4,
What
and
the
5, something like
Ocarina
that.
of Time and all that. That's what he was
Like,
playing.
But
back
I,
then.
what,
remember.
yeah, that's what I remember. Is this fucking little baby who was basically still in diapers? I think at some point was playing fucking Ocarina of Time. I couldn't believe that shit.
What the fuck is going on?
No, I
right
just
here?
remember him smashing on his brother on Smash Bros.
I always
I'm
play
Brandon.
Smash.
Josh is like, I've played Smash Bros. As long as I have.
I have Smash
memories.
Brothers in the car right now.
You have. Tell me your earliest memories. Can you remember a time before you played Smash Brothers?
Or like in Nintendo at all.
No, not before Nintendo.
Because
I
like
played
I'm
since
pretty
my
sure
family.
we knew you in the time right before you honestly start actually remembering things. I think.
Like,
Yeah.
do you
I remember
do you
so much
remember
silly
like the
shit.
first time you played Smash Bros?
He doesn't remember.
Not as like.
Yeah, I'm
fucking-
just saying you can't think like, oh yeah, I played it at this old.
I've been playing it for as long
As far,
I
yeah, as
remember.
far as
He
you
doesn't
can
remember
you
the first
played
time he
Smash Bros.
punched somebody in the dick.
There's a reason why I'm so fucking good at the game.
He probably punched every single one of us in the dick at one point, barring him a little bit.
I never.
He's probably done that
Probably.
There
before.
was one person he focused on most.
That's so
though.
funny.
It wasn't me, and there was nobody in this room.
Anyways,
Smash
What?
Brawl was like one of the first games I ever bought, and I played the shit out of that Subspace Emissary.
what was your first console that you owned?
GameCube.
360.
No,
A 360 and Xbox, really?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Interesting.
me and Brandon shared it.
That was the first
Uh-huh.
console I ever.
That's
bought
funny.
myself,
I don't remember.
GameCube is mine.
Yeah,
Halo 3.
that was long after I left. Yeah, Halo was such a fun co-op game.
That's what me and Brandon did. We played a bunch of co-op
That
Halo.
was awesome. Me and Jimmy used to play fucking Need for Speed like crazy for a minute. You two, and then we also played.
Mass
I
Sonic
think
Adventure
about it-
2 Battle.
And then
Oh,
we
God, I
got
know
down with the
everything about
Cheos
that
or
game.
whatever those things are called. That was fun. Anyways,
The one game that I remember specifically for some reason is like Simpsons Hit and Run. For some
That's
fucking
that's a
reason.
pretty cool
That
game.
was a good game.
That's pretty cool.
Because I remember Jimmy and you guys playing fucking Simpsons.
See, they played Hit and Run. Steve, there was a Simpsons game that we played that was like it. It was Simpsons.
It was like a racing game.
Road Rage.
Road Rage.
Road Rage. That's what we played.
Yeah.
I've never.
Let's
played
That
this.
one was better, I think. To me, it was better.
I think I
I
just
owned
never
it.
played Hit and Run. So
Yeah.
that was why.
I don't know.
Hit and Run,
Back then, I
was
was
a better
stuck
game
on
as far as like actual stuff.
You were stuck
Well,
on
Road
your
Rage
computer.
was just GTA, but Simpsons.
Heroes
That's
World
what Simpsons Road
Warcraft.
Rage was.
So that's what Hit and Run was.
Real-time
Okay.
strategies.
What? What are we
Yeah,
talking about?
no,
Heroes
Keith's talking about
Warcraft-
the back in the day games for him was fucking,
Real-time
RTS like
strategy
crazy.
games.
Keith
Yeah.
played a lot of
Real-time-
Warcraft in time that we knew him.
Diablo.
We were over here fighting over the computer for Diablo.
There's
We had that
games-
corner computer and then the other computer that got set up, and Keith was just on fucking Warcraft.
I think we
And
had-
we're like, come on, Keith, let us play Diablo.
I think
Come
we had
on.
at least 3 computers at one point, at least.
And then fucking, it was heaven when Keith got his GameCube for Christmas because it meant that we could play Diablo. Because Keith was playing Warcraft, we're like, you're wasting the time that you could be spending playing Diablo, Keith.
I was
You could be making that
strategizing.
Sodes
Thank
right
you
now,
very
bro.
much.
I forgot about this story when Matt was here, but I just remembered one story of like that same thing, like where we had like one computer at Matt's house and one game system, a GameCube, so we would each be on one and we'd switch off every couple hours or something like that.
Yeah, me and Brad used to do that
But
shit all the
there was
time.
one time I was
playing.
playing. I was like a Beyond game. I think we talked about Beyond. On
Yeah,
one of these. Yeah.
sure
I was
did.
playing a Beyond game literally all night. Matt was playing GameCube literally all night. At like 24 hours we were up, and then freaking Matt he's like stops playing. I'm still playing on the computer a little bit. We're like super tired. We're like, yeah, maybe we should take a nap or something. And Matt goes and gets some cereal. Right? He's eating his cereal. I don't know what the fuck happened, but next thing I know, he's on the ground and he like throws up his cereal on the ground because he started feeling super sick because he didn't sleep, and it was just so
What the
ridiculous.
fuck?
Mike is just like,
Yeah, no, he just was cleaning the floor or something, like vacuuming or something. So he was already on the ground, and then he just throws up on the floor, and he's like, "Oh, I need to go to sleep."
What else?
I don't know why.
what in the hell? Yeah,
though.
Kyle and I used to, because we had Kyle's computer, and we'd switch off. It was Diablo or Endless Online. We would switch back and forth between
World
the two.
of Warcraft at one point.
That was later on. That was much later on. But for the most
It's
part, it was
definitely
Diablo and
and
Endless
Endless.
Online. And there was this one point where we had this dumbass named Steve-O that we would always steal weed from and shit.
Oh my god.
And he somehow one of us made the mistake of having him create a character on Diablo. So he was wanting to play that shit too, and we're like, "Fuck no, get out of here! You're wasting our time on this Diablo
I'm
shit
trying to
because you don't
scam
know what
people
you're
over
doing.
here."
You don't know what you're doing, man. Get the fuck off." And we used to just do this ditch thing. We did it a lot to Big Head, where where Kyle would receive a fake call. My dad says no one can be here, and we'd both leave. I'm like, all right, I'm going home.
You know the teenage
I'd go around the
thing.
block, and he'd leave, and then I'd just come back. And
I think me and Matt did that.
we
to
did
a couple
that.
People
We did that shit a lot to.
Yeah.
We probably we
Big
did it to
head.
each other a bunch of times too. I think between you, me, and
I don't-
Jimmy too.
I don't think
We each
ever
collectively,
really-
as a group, ditched
Jimmy-
one of the people at some time. for
Jimmy
whatever
would try to
fucking
get me
reason.
to ditch people a lot, and I would just
Jimmy definitely.
Jimmy
I wasn't a
down for
ditcher. I've
ditch.
never been a ditcher. I still ain't. I don't do that.
Jimmy
If I don't-
was
if I'm
a
not
drama
doing a
queen.
If I didn't want to hang out with somebody, I'd tell everybody, I'm not hanging out with this person.
Some people are crazy though, honestly. And
Yeah, some people
I don't give up.
immediately. That's why we had to do it, because those people would immediately get super offended.
yeah, some people are fun crazy. It's
You're
just,
just I kind of don't want to hang out, and they just wouldn't understand. They're
So
like, what?
Jimmy was a super drama queen where he would go through a week where he didn't want to hang out with this one person, and then the next week it would be a different person, whether it be me, Kyle, and then sometimes he'd be like, I don't want to hang out
Jose.
with anyone. I just want to sit here and play in my room and play Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, he really
I
tried
can't
Or
to
he'd tell Justin's mom to tell people he was.
He tried to
home
pull
and
that
shit like
emo
that.
ass shit.
Or
He really got
his
into
thing was
emo.
always, let's jump that fucker.
You
remember
did that one time. You did that one time.
What?
I remember, and I was totally against it. Brett, no, not Brett. Oh, we should have did that.
Yeah, Brett with
you
Brett
remember that
with
one
the
kid?
bag.
He came over with weed all the time. This is so funny. And one time he came over with
You
a
talking about
fuck ton,
David?
and Brad was like, "Let's just fucking take it from him." And I was like, "Why, you're a dick? He's
That's-
not gonna bring weed over
That's,
anymore if we do that."
That was David, the one we prank called his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he was just annoying.
Now I know where you got it from. He was annoying.
He was annoying. He just
but he
called you
brought
up
me-
one day and asked you for like cocaine and shit. You're like, don't be calling me for that fucking shit.
That
And I'm
wasn't
like,
him. That wasn't
You
him.
said that was him.
No, I didn't.
You told me
that David is the right name. Different person.
Different David.
Different David. I think.
Okay, not one.
You
I
remember
David.
the guy that had the weird nose thing and he talked all... I can't even remember...
But
I don't even remember his last name anymore. I don't care.
I don't even remember.
I don't
You're
even...
fucking
So the only reason we know that guy's name is because that's what everybody called him.
Yeah. This motherfucker called you, the one that talks with like a list.
It was him. He
Yeah.
called me. He's like, dude, can you get some
He was
speed?
talking,
And I was
"Can you
like,
get some speed?"
the fuck? Never call me for that. I don't know where to get that shit. Never fucking call me for that. It's retarded.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to deal with that shit in
out
1,000
that
years.
shit.
I better be on my deathbed if I'm dealing with that shit.
Why did you bring that up?
Nice. I don't know.
We're
We're
just
just,
cut that whole part
ranting
out.
on stories.
Yeah,
that
a
whole
little bit.
Yeah, this isn't stories
Josh,
yet.
did you ever ditch people?
Oh, I would ditch people all the time.
Of
Like,
course
how
he
did you
would.
do it?
He would ditch
I
people
have my-
using me to go to my house.
That's
course.
true.
What
But
would happen?
Logan was kind of a dickhead. He was like my best friend. Everybody called him Q-Tip because his hair was like literally so white blonde that we called him Q-Tip. It was what it is.
And he was a
That's
skinny
the
little-
guy that you naturally need to ditch a lot. So.
Q-tip?
Yeah,
that sounds
someone
like a name
Q-tip.
for somebody.
That guy's a fucking idiot. He fucking
Broke
was
his
playing
body.
tag and with his brother on the roof and stepped off the roof and fucking broke his
Who the
hip.
fuck plays tag with someone on the roof? What is wrong
His
with
friend
you?
He
Q-Tip.
got on
Ding,
the
ding,
roof
ding,
and
we have
then his
wiener.
brother followed him.
Maybe you
onto the
should have
roof.
called him like Dandelion because he thought he would float away because he looked like a Dandelion.
You might have been light enough.
That motherfucker, man.
Oh shit! That was good.
That
Fuck, dude.
Oh my goodness.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
So-
Who put tag on the roof?
We've jumped off my roof, but we never like tag push.
You guys might. I ain't doing that shit. It's fucking stupid.
I used to jump off roofs like all the time. That shit was fun.
I
never
stand
got
on the.
hurt
I stand
once.
on the roof, but whatever.
Yeah, we used to get on Jimmy's roof all the time. It was super easy. You just hang out up
Climb
there.
I climb trees, so getting on a roof.
I
is,
remember
like,
sitting
easy.
on Jimmy's roof with. Sorry, I was sitting on the roof. Jimmy was sitting there with a garden hose, waiting for Joe to get home.
Oh.
You remember that? Sitting there with the garden hose, waiting for Joe to get home. Jimmy was on the roof with a bowl full of flour.
Oh, we used to do this thing.
And
called
so,
cheating.
but fucking Joe
Butt fuck.
knew it because he saw Jimmy on the roof, and what he did is he saw whoever was sitting there with the hose just spraying the ground like fucking. He's like, "What the fuck you doing?" He's like, "Don't fucking spray me." He knew that shit was coming, and then we were like too far from the path or whatever, and he like fucking knew that shit was about to go down, so instead he just like charged the person with the hose because he knew it was gonna fucking go down, so he was out of the range of the flour. It didn't work, and then he just like mud soaked the person with the hose.
That's great.
Yeah.
We were
Jose.
insane in that house. We used to
No, it was Jimmy and I
We used to
Oh,
antique
great.
motherfuckers
between the
all
two.
the time.
So one of us was one place. Yeah.
Whoever falls asleep first gets antique usually.
and with shoes and socks on. I remember that because everybody was trying to get me with it. And I'm like, you fuckers don't know me. This ain't happening. It still's never happened.
So
I'm gonna make it happen.
there is another story, the
You won't catch me with my
antiquing
shoes
shit,
off.
which came from Jackass.
Oh,
I was sitting on the couch in the living room one time, and I don't know, Kyle. Maybe you can tell me. It was either Jimmy or Kyle that antiqued Joe and ran out the front door.
Oh fuck! I don't know if it was me.
Okay, it was Jimmy then. So Jimmy ran out the front door, and I'm chilling on the couch, and here comes Joe, fucking covered in flour, and he goes, "I'm like, what the fuck happened?" He goes, "Oh yeah, what the fuck, you know?" And he goes, "Where's that fucker?" And he's like, look around, and he just like heard the door shut or something. He runs out there, and fucking Jimmy's on the porch. And Jimmy starts trying to run, but Joe catches him and grabs the ash from under the barbecue and fucking pours it on his head.
Definitely wasn't me.
Okay, it was Jimmy, definitely.
But that
I think I've heard this
definitely
story
was
before.
real because that sounded spot on.
Exactly
what
what
Joe
I
Wade
would
is.
Yeah.
and how Jimmy was back
Oh
then.
shit! Joe's such a cool man. I haven't talked to that guy. I've talked to your fucking parents for so long.
Oh,
I miss him a little bit.
I have no parents of my own.
I spent a fucking lot of time in your house. I lived at your house for a minute. For sure.
Lived at your house for a minute. Okay.
I think it's
So,
We should move on, but I got one more.
What's
video
up?
game.
what's up,
Talk about-
Steve?
Oh, we
my
going back
gosh.
to video games.
One more video games.
What video games?
State of Decay 2.
What?
Talk
State
about
of Decay 2? Yeah, it was good. It's good so far.
I
I
don't
don't know if any of you guys played the
Spooky.
first State of Decay. No?
I played it for like
It's-
10 minutes, and
it's-
honestly, it was a really high quality game, but I don't, for some reason, like, I never heard of it
Just
until-
like a super basic bitch zombie game,
Mhm.
but it's like it just does everything good the way it does it.
That's
It's
what I'm
like
saying,
you
it was
just
good
build up
quality.
a base. You gotta collect supplies. You gotta go searching. You make noise if you search quickly.
It
like
looked
that.
it looked good and everything too. I don't
That
know why
one
it
you might
didn't blow up in
Check out number
popularity.
2.
The problem is
It's got multiplayer we can play together.
That's
I
awesome.
think it
That
just
does
came
sound
out in a
good.
time where the market is just flooded with
Yeah.
zombie games. And
Now
That
they've
is a
died
big
down,
problem.
so now this one coming out,
If-
I'm like super stoked. 'cause
if
it's the
that
only
game
zombie
came out at the beginning of that, it would have been top fucking dog.
it's got
State of
multiplayer. You should
Decay?
play number.
Yeah.
You should
It was a
play
good
number
one.
2 with me.
Number
You should
two,
try it
maybe.
out. Try it
I
out.
haven't played it. I think I now.
Because I mean, it just does all the zombie stuff that you'd want.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I heard that way.
You can
Before
splatter
that.
the shit out of hella zombies with
Yeah,
cars. and
Hell
you
shit.
can you can specifically open your door to have
Specifically.
like extra range and smack zombies with your
That is
car
pretty
door and
cool.
stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Like it does have like the
Hard to
sound
deny that.
meter where zombies will detect you if you're making too much noise,
And like
picking shit up, knocking
Yep.
stuff.
Are they?
over.
Is it like a horde of zombies or?
there are zombie
Medium-ish,
hordes.
Yeah,
kinda?
And
but they
that's
never
what I'm
get too
talking
big.
about.
Maybe like 10, but you can get overrun by like 2 or 3 if you're on a
But it's
character.
like open world, but it's not strictly like a survival game that you'd see all these.
On a
Yeah.
scale of Left 4 Dead to Dead Rising. Wait, what's the?
Those are
neither
weird
of them.
comparisons.
all
It's like
both
Dead
of those are
Rising,
massive
but
Not
horror.
Dead Rising. Sorry. What was that?
it's like a more freedom Dead Rising.
What was that one-
Kind of like a Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
type feel with zombie aspects to it. That's kind of what
that's
I
kind
felt.
of a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've done the
Dying
shooting a
Light.
lot better in this.
Yeah.
I was thinking on a scale of
guns are
Left 4
way
Dead
better
to
in
Dying
number 2.
Light. How is it?
Well, it's a third person perspective.
It's neither of those.
Not even close.
It's like a mix between GTA and Dying Light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can like make safe houses around and stuff
Mhm.
and like break the infestations of zombie
What'd you
areas.
say?
Yeah.
GTA or more? What's that other one that was competing with GTA?
Oh,
They got
yeah.
kinda goofy.
Saints Row?
No,
Saints
it's
Row.
not goofy like
Competing with
Well, except
GTA.
take the goofy.
Saints Row was something they realized
Yeah.
they had to go ridiculous to
that. But yeah,
be.
they wouldn't be able to compete.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Saints
but
Row
there's-
1 and 2 were dope as fuck.
They're amazing.
I mean, yeah, they're similar games for sure, but at the same time.
But
The
I'd say,
ability
like,
to have your own
take the
MP3
goofiness
player
out of
in
it.
your
There were
cars.
certain aspects that were different. Than it's different also that probably.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I love it so far. It's,
When is-
What do you have it
it's
on again?
doing less
You don't
than-
have it on PC because you're.
I know. I got it on Xbox.
Okay.
You got 2? When is it coming out? State of Decay 2?
It's already out. It came out last night at 9
Did
o'clock.
it? Oh, nice.
Did you get it at 9 o'clock and you started playing
Yes,
it?
I did. I got home at 10 and I was like, fuck yeah. I was
Nice.
going hard on this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Man, download the
I
game.
feel like it's less story oriented in this one and more open world because like you choose like there's sets of 2 survivors that you start out with like 1 and 2 and there's like 3 different ones. There's like the odd couple where it's like a husband and wife. There's the odd couple, just like a husband and wife, and there's like friends, like there's these 2 friends, and there's like siblings and stuff like that, and you choose, and they all have their own little backstory that you kind of learn during the intro, like the tutorial, and then after that, like you kind of just like you pick 1 of 3 like and it's basically the map you're gonna play on, like the 1 of 3 places to start out with, and you build up like a stronghold, and like I don't know if you can make bigger ones yet because I'm not that far in it, but you just build up and you like. Just build a community. It's like there's 3 save files too, and they're actually called instead of like the save game, it's called This Community. And I guess you can like beat it and like promote the community in the next one, where you'll start in another one and you can start on a different map, but with the same people from your last one, with like the same stats and stuff like that. So kind of like New Game
New
Plus,
Game
but
Plus, yeah.
Huh. I like that.
That's
I like,
cool.
See, that's one thing I miss about a lot of games. Like, they don't have the carryover aspect, or the carryover aspect is not as interesting.
I never find a lot of New Game Pluses are interesting though. Like
yeah, because it's the
like
same
Final
thing.
Fantasy 15, for example, right? I'm playing that through. There's a New Game Plus in that, and there's like I remember there's some shit that you can like only get by doing in New Game Plus or something. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but I was just like, I'm never gonna play New Game Plus because I don't care that much. Come on.
Yeah, I agree most of the time. I started New Game Plus on Final Fantasy 15, but I'm kind of like, man.
Why? Like, I'm just gonna play the same shit again? No.
One of the first New Game Plus things that popped in my head was Resident Evil 4. Just like getting all your fucking crazy
Get the
guns
Matilda,
and shit.
man.
You did that?
The
And then
Matilda
going
was
back
dope.
through the game and just destroying
Fuck
them.
yeah, dude. Once I got the Matilda, which was the 3-round burst pistol with like a stock and shit.
See, so that's something I want, though, from
Right
New Game
back.
Pluses, is to just be OP as shit. They always make New Game Plus way harder, and it's like...
Well, it's
Yeah,
because you're
just-
already OP. You're coming in with
But
some
that's
shit.
it. You go OP at the end of the game. There's nothing left to do. I want to be able to either choose like New Game Plus that's harder, or like New Game Plus where it's just my same shit. I'm OP and it's the same difficulty.
Or maybe it should just be a hard game.
This guy.
Maybe it shouldn't be
God, dude.
either though. Like these, like one of my things is
I mean,
sometimes it's good to add a goofy storyline and just kind of go off the wall with it.
It depends on what the game is.
But, well, that's why I like the
This isn't Borderlands.
real time strategy
Time
games
Bring
and,
in Borderlands.
and turn-based games, because you'd have like map creators. You could create your own map, and they even had other maps already there, and you just could go mess around and try different things,
Alright.
and just be able to carry over some
Alright.
stuff to some of those.
So let's finish this bitch off with some gams, Steve. Mini
oh
gams.
shit! I
Our
completely
mini
forgot.
Steve has a cool game that I'm
Ooh,
kinda, I
it's
think is kind of
called
funny.
F you.
F you.
Oh, F me. F you.
F all of you.
Oh!
Okay. So
Now
how
who
we play
else?
this?
I'm gonna
Steve?
What's
explain the
FU
rules.
stand
So,
for?
there's gonna be 2 teams. There's 4 of y'alls. I'm the host.
For gals.
Okay.
4 of y'alls.
Is it
I don't know
the
what
same?
the teams are gonna be. I don't know how we figure it out, but you guys are gonna be competing against the other team. But in the game, you're gonna kind of be competing against each other. And FU stands, one is for fortunately, and one's for unfortunately. So we're gonna pick like a prompt. I don't know. I was trying to find some good ones, but I guess I'll just have to make them up. But it'll be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in like, I don't know,
Just give us an example.
has to save the planet or something like that. And you'll have one person will have to start every sentence with fortunately, and the other one will have to start it with unfortunately.
I think we
And
should
you're
do
basically just kind of making a.
because you guys know each other.
We
know each other
have to
better.
draw the team
My thing
somewhere
is
or
you
the other.
guys-
If Kyle and I get together, it's fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Well,
was
but-
thinking that.
But
too.
they
I
know
was-
each other better, and we know each other
Steve picks
better.
the
That's
teams
what I
by
do.
doing some sort of number thing. So
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking because
No,
do some sort of
teams.
drawing, Steve.
I don't think we need
There's a
teams.
drawing
I don't think
after.
we need teams. Just whoever's got the funniest one, maybe.
Well, because one of us has to do the F and one of us has to do the U.
Oh yeah.
All right. Kyle, heads or
F
tails?
you. Tails.
Kyle's on team 1. Brad, heads or tails?
Wait.
Tails.
Okay, Brad's on team 2.
Okay.
The probability.
Don't worry, I know what I'm
like-
doing. Josh, heads or tails?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh wait, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Josh, heads or
Hey.
tails?
You're right. It only has to do one more.
What'd you say?
Head.
You two are together. And you
Okay.
two are together.
Okay.
It was the people who guessed right. Were
So
on team.
for those
team
who
two,
are
the
listening
people
to
who guessed wrong were on
you two
team
and
one.
you two,
We don't
it
do
is
that.
Brad and Josh versus
Sorry.
Kyle and Keith.
And Keith? Kyle and Keith.
Kyle and Keith. The KKs.
Hey,
And
the
the
KKs.
BJs. The KKs and the BJs.
Oh shit.
Fucking Jo-
kill
the
kill
re-
with kindness,
I
Kyle.
loved seeing the realization
kindness.
on Josh's face when he realized what our initials would be. He's like, he got a little grin. The BJs.
Okay.
All right.
That's gotta be mine and Kyle's thing now.
So are we gonna both teams gonna chime in on the
Kill
same
with kindness.
subject?
No. You both get slightly different. Or maybe
I
not
think
slightly,
he's
but
just like
different
I
subjects.
think he's just like the judge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna judge which one I think was funnier.
I think your mom is gonna funny. It's just an improv game.
Yeah.
All right.
It's-
So
I think
we're
it's
gonna
team
rotate
approach.
who does the F and who does the U.
The
then.
points don't matter.
F you.
F me? No, F you.
We'll do like 3 full rounds.
I can't help but do that joke.
3 full rounds, each time rotating who does the F. And
Do you
who
guys-
does the
Okay. Okay. They were team 1, so you two will go.
Okay.
Oh, no, I kind of want Brad to do this.
Team 1 gets to choose whether
Fuck
to
you.
pass on that one or pick that.
Okay, yeah, you guys get to choose.
So what do you think?
You choose if you want to pass
Hold
or
on.
not. Okay,
We
so
gotta hear it.
the character is going to be Betty White, and Betty White is the newest contender in the Hunger Games. And you have to tell me how she's going to win.
Are you taking it?
Do you two decide who does?
No, you
fortune-telling?
decide
You guys,
whether
if you
you want
wanna
to
keep that
pass
one or
on
you
it
wanna
or you
pass
want
that
to do
one.
that one.
Oh, I thought he was giving it to you guys.
You guys decide.
Do you want to?
You want to do it? Or pass
I
on?
think Josh is gonna have fun with it. They're gonna have
You
fun
wanna
with it.
you wanna give it to them?
Yeah.
All right, that sounds fine.
He's gonna have fun with
Yeah,
Baby
just give it
White.
to them. Just give it to them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just start the funny. Go ahead.
All right. Oh,
Say-
you
say-
guys have to flip a coin.
say it one more
who's
time. Say it one more
fortunately,
time.
Who's unfortunately?
Say it one more time.
Okay.
Just do rock paper scissors for who gets fortunately.
All right, come on.
Say it one more time.
All right, you
All right.
get
Josh
the
is fortunately.
Okay.
Brad's unfortunately.
What's the premise?
All right. So
Betty White in the Hunger Games.
You're gonna tell me a story how Betty White is gonna win these Hunger Games.
How is she gonna win?
Just starting every single time.
This is gonna be
unfortunately.
awesome.
Yeah, you have to start. Say you'll be like. Fortunately, she knows
Okay,
karate,
yeah, I
and
got
Brad
it.
will be like, unfortunately, she has
Okay.
both her arms are broken or some shit like that.
All right, well, we can't do that one anymore.
All right, let's start with...
Unless you got something really good. Unless you got something really
let's
good.
start with
Go for it.
unfortunately. We'll start with Brad.
We're starting with unfortunately?
Oh, and I'll do a timer. We'll
I
do
thought it was always fortunately.
No, it's...
I don't think
whatever.
it was-
F you.
All right.
What should we do, a minute,
we'll go
You
or
start.
should we do longer ones?
What?
A minute longer?
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
No,
go.
more like 30 seconds probably.
30 seconds.
All right, we don't need
Let's,
it. Josh,
let's try
go.
it right now. Let's try it at 30 and see how it
Josh, go.
Unfortunately, Betty White started the Hunger Games with her shoelaces tied together.
Fortunately, she could kill all opponents with her old smelly vagina.
Unfortunately, all the noses were chopped off of the contestants.
Are we still going?
Yeah,
Is that what happened?
Come on,
Riff,
boy.
riff.
Oh
Come on.
shit! I didn't realize. I thought we were done after the first
No,
one.
no.
No.
I'm unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, all their noses were chopped off, so her smelly vagina didn't work.
Oh, this makes more
Fortunately,
sense.
she had crazy attack bears.
Fortunately, she
Boom!
attacked.
Crazy attack bears.
Unfortunately, they got attacked by sharks with lasers on their heads.
I think this would be more fun if you're not constrained to fortunate or unfortunate. Just choose whichever one you want. and
No,
back
that's
and
not how
forth.
the game
No,
works.
no.
What are you
That
talking
works,
about?
yeah.
Because
You know you gotta
broken
limit
the
them.
rules of the games 10 times. 30 seconds. is
10
up.
times. Oh,
30 seconds is not long enough.
No, I'm
sorry, my bad.
I don't know. I don't know if
I
I'm a
wanna
huge
see how
fan
this
of
works
keep on going back and forth.
We gotta get our try in
Where you
first.
always get.
that's the point of the
Okay.
game though. You go
Okay.
back.
Maybe
and
we
forth
should
and
go.
I wasn't
Remember you-
prepared for it, is what I'm saying. Is
Maybe
I
we
didn't
should-
realize that we were going to be thinking of
remember,
otherwise.
you're trying to tell you're working together but against each other at the same time
To tell a story.
to tell me
Right?
the story.
Okay,
of how
that
she's
was
winning,
first
right?
test. Your guys' turn.
Should we not just go round robin? No, really? Then that would make more sense. Go ahead.
All
Let's try it.
All right.
Let's try this.
You guys don't have Betty White. Hold on. I'm gonna give you guys.
I
didn't
thought it was
realize we were
pretty
doing
funny,
multiple
though.
ones.
I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. I liked the idea of Betty White having tack bears.
I like this game a lot.
Getting
Do you want to be
in a war
unfortunately?
with
Please tell
sharks
me
with
you
their
wanna be
lasers attached
Let's
to their
see what
heads.
the. Why? Do you want to be fortunately really bad? Well,
Yeah.
well,
All right,
it depends on what the
let's
question
do
is, really.
Jack Black. He's a
about to say
ghost
names.
hunter in a haunted Taco Bell.
In a haunted
Ghost
taco.
hunter in
Yeah.
a haunted Taco Bell?
Okay, so tell
He's
us.
trying to find the ghosts in
These are hard,
Taco
man.
What do you want to be?
One-liners
You wanna
are
be
easy, but to
fortunately?
tell a continuous funny story is hard.
Nah. What are you
Nah.
talking about?
It's just a combo of one-liners.
This is
back
great.
and forth.
You
Wait,
guys
what is it
got
again?
this.
All right, Jack Black is trying to.
He's ghost hunter
he's
at a
trying to
Taco
find
Bell.
the ghosts in a haunted Taco
He's a
Bell.
ghost hunter.
Either of you
Taco
can
Bell.
start, and then the other one goes from there.
Fortunately, he was trained by the mighty Ghostbusters.
I thought I was fortunately.
Then go.
Whoever starts
Somebody
first
needs to
gets
go.
to do it.
And I feel like
Unfortunately, he had no shoes on, and there's tacks on the ground.
Straight up.
Go!
what?
Well, fucking shit up.
I don't know what to do with that.
Fucking tack.
Fortunately,
He was playing with a tack when he said it.
Unfortunately, he could walk around with the power of cock push-ups.
I don't know how that's gonna work, but
He was
unfortunately, he
cock
slipped
push-up.
on a skateboard.
Damn, this is like Home Alone.
There's no story here. Next.
Keep going.
You still got time. What are we doing? A minute?
I haven't even hit the damn button yet. I
This
was just
is
seeing how
funny
this
as
went.
shit.
This is just practice rounds.
Okay.
This is funny as
Am I supposed to build on this world that he's doing?
Yeah.
Can I help him or
hate
no?
it.
Keep
Why are there
building
tacks on
the
the floor and he doesn't have any shoes?
Because they're fucked up ghosts.
Keep building on the freaking.
God damn it! You're
Everybody's
killing
looking at
me.
me now, and it fucks me up, honestly.
All right. Let's me and you do one and try to be fluid.
Yeah.
Like, just keep going.
I think I was doing.
this is
Wasn't I
hard.
doing
Or
great?
me and Josh will do one and
Like-
we're trying to be fluid.
We're still
but I
doing
was
the game.
good.
Okay,
Think
we're
about
starting
it.
the game now.
There's a
Now we've all
skateboard.
had a
But
practice
Fortunately,
run.
he slipped onto his back.
We've all had a
Oh,
practice
did.
run.
Well.
Let's start the game. The person that starts
He's fucked
talking,
up right
whoever
there.
can think of
He's
it,
fucked up. You
whoever
fucked him
can
up.
think of it gets that, whether it's unfortunate or fortunate.
Hey,
Right.
dick
It's like,
cribs are a
oh,
bitch.
no, no.
Dick cribs are a bitch.
So whoever thinks of one first can chime off, and then
Yeah,
that's how the
and then it just
rotation
starts.
starts.
Okay,
got it?
fine.
Okay.
All right. Have it your
So
way.
it's our team. It's our
All
team.
right.
We get to.
do.
It's hard to force
We
it.
will decide whether we pass or go on it. So Steve, hit us with the topic.
All right. Danny DeVito is the newest crew member on the International Space Station,
Oh god.
and he's there because it's damaged. He's got to fix it.
Unfortunately, he can't see through the helmet of the spacesuit because there's a height limit.
Fortunately, he has an instruction booklet to fix his suit. I don't fucking.
Unfortunately, it's written in Chinese.
Fortunately, he's stationed with 4 other Chinese people.
Unfortunately, none of the fuckers like him.
I feel like the unfortunate part is the most funny, and we should just riff off of unfortunate.
No, I like it. Keep going. He's setting me up with good ones.
Okay.
So we're good.
Fortunately, Danny DeVito has. Okay,
You put me on unfortunate last time. That was your
Did
downfall.
you start the timer? Steve?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go.
We'll switch next.
fortunately, Danny DeVito has a fart exit on his suit.
Unfortunately, if
fart
he
exit?
opens it, he's so small he'll be sucked out.
Fortunately, if he's sucked out, there will be a giant net to catch him.
Unfortunately, the net is made of snakes.
See, Brad's kidding. Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh man. Space.
I like how Josh said Danny DeVito's Chinese. He said 4 other Chinese people.
What?
I said.
Josh said you said 4 other Chinese dudes or something like that.
He
I'm like,
said
Danny DeVito's Chinese.
No, unfortunately, or he said fortunately, he's on the ship with 4 other Chinese dudes.
4 other Chinese
Yeah.
people implying he's
Oh, 4
Chinese.
other, I got you.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Okay.
Danny DeVito's Chinese.
But he doesn't speak Chinese.
Oh my gosh.
All
That was
right.
good.
Just
You're good at thinking
when
unfortunate.
he says the next one, you gotta go
I
first.
don't know. They can do this one.
You gotta
All
speak
right,
it
so
out.
Freddie Mercury
Oh,
is
God.
the newest student at Hogwarts. Tell me about his adventures.
Fortunately, he's got an owl that can speak to him. Hogwarts.
Unfortunately, he speaks in Spanish.
Fortunately, he's got a working translating machine.
Okay, come
Killing me
on.
with that. You're world building too much on one specific topic, and I can't deal with it.
That's the
we
whole
can go.
point.
No, we can go all over the place.
go,
What the
you're
fuck
right
is
on
that?
time.
What the fuck am I gonna say with that? I
You
don't-
could just
what
say,
you got something
unfortunately,
there?
the owl continuously
Yeah.
shits on
I was
him.
saying,
That's ridiculous.
hey,
Like, come on.
you can switch it up too.
Yeah.
You should be on a team,
Okay,
Josh.
I mean, let's try this.
Oh,
I think they think
you're
we're
right.
similar.
You want to switch up?
No,
to
let's
me?
just try
No,
it.
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
He's still going. It's still his turn.
This is pretty good. Freddie Mercury in Hogwarts.
Are you
I
starting
got
over?
shit. Go ahead.
You ain't got
I'm
shit.
saying, unfortunately, the machine is made of shit.
Yes.
It can
It's-
break
it's-
the machine.
It's supposed to be.
Unfortunately, he's in fucking Hogwarts. Why does he have a voice box machine? Maybe he's using magic. I don't know. That was terrible. I didn't like that one.
I can't focus
Time's
because
still
he
ticking.
can't focus.
Oh, I turned off the timer.
Oh yeah,
That was any
no.
good
Go ahead.
enough.
You can throw a new premise now. That's cool.
Oof.
So you guys done with that
Oof
round?
is
Is that
right.
our round again?
I think so.
We're doing.
Are we taking points now?
I do think that this
Right.
isn't working out
Freddie.
right.
Freddie Mercury in Hogwarts.
Is it you two again?
No, we'll decide whether we want it or we want to pass.
Oh, okay. So Mike Myers in a swamp.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
definitely
You wanna
not.
pass or
Definitely
you
not
wanna go?
Shrek, by the way.
this Mike Myers himself is in a swamp.
Mike Myers is in the swamp.
I could also
Definitely
give you
not Shrek.
I could give you like a movie genre, like comedy, romantic comedy kind of thing. Would that help?
Rom-com!
To give you more of like a direction.
Wow!
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll start that.
You want it? Okay, Mike Myers is in a swamp.
How about he's stuck in a swamp? How about that?
Okay. Fortunately, he liked being there.
Unfortunately, Shrek was on his way.
Fortunately, they had a lot in common.
Unfortunately, Donkey had to ruin the date.
Fortunately, he had a dragon for donkey.
Unfortunately, the dragon was a guy.
Fortunately, Donkey was into that.
Unfortunately, they had to experience that crazy gay bullshit.
Whoa!
Fortunately, they had popcorn for the show.
Oh my god. Unfortunately, Mike Myers' eyes were burning during this experience.
Fortunately, there was an eye doctor nearby.
Unfortunately, the eye doctor had broken legs.
Alright, that's enough. I forgot to get the timer, but that's enough.
No, please! One more! Unfortunately, what? Wait, which one was
Eye
unfortunate?
doctor had broken legs? Is that what you ended it with?
Fortunately, he walked on his hands.
He's just got like the best answers every time.
That's
That's
how you
ridiculous.
roll.
Oh my god.
That's how you got it.
I want
I want to hear you try one
Josh,
too.
I really do.
I want to hear you try one too.
I do think we should try
for
team,
you and Brad.
Team calm.
All right, you want to do a team swap?
And I still think
Josh
you two
and
should do
Keith
it because
and
you guys know
Steve
each
and
other
I.
really well. It probably actually
Kyle,
work.
okay.
Oh,
Kyle,
that's
you're in charge of the timer.
I'm pretty bad at it.
You're in charge of the timer.
I think you're thinking too hard about it.
A little bit. I don't know.
Alright,
I'm really bad
Kyle,
at it.
here's your timer.
You
can
improv
add-
really well when you're not thinking about
Yeah.
it as improving.
When you guys are all looking at me, it kills. What do I press?
That's the timer. Hold on. let me
You got to
go.
make eye
A
contact
prompt.
with your partner. That's the best thing. To make it
Yeah,
completely
me
awkward.
and Brad were like, locked. We're like,
I
what
was
is
looking
Shrek
at him, but he, like,
doing?
looked
I
away
was-
from-
Alright, so
I was waiting
who's
for you
going-
to say
who's
something.
going
This
first?
guy's
Shrek
like,
is love
how do I
blind
break
shit.
you? And this guy's like, fuck your shit. Pow. And he was like, okay, we try this again. Fuck that.
I was trying to make this back and forth fun. and
I'm
you
bad.
just-
I'm bad. I don't know what to
Alright.
do with on a skateboard, honestly.
He says he slipped on a skateboard. I
You
would have
just put-
I would have
you put
continued on your
tags on
cock
his
push-ups.
skateboard.
I said, but he knows how to power slide.
He knows how to-
You could he said, I didn't say the board. Nobody said the board broke.
Nobody said the board.
All right, Steve, give them one to either pass or do it. Josh and Keith.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson is in a Chuck E. Cheese trying to find his lost kid.
What?
His lost kid.
Jackie Chan is in a Chuck
No,
E. Cheese?
Samuel
Samuel
Jackson
Jackson
is
is
in a
in Chuck E. Cheese trying to find his lost kid.
Unfortunately,
I
that's
think
KKK
It starts
there.
with fortunately, I think, right?
Or
What is that?
KKK there. Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Fortunately, the KKK were very gracious about helping him find his son.
Hold up now.
He's black as fuck.
It's broke. It's broke. You just broke
Okay,
it.
Keep go,
start with
go,
something
go.
else.
Keep going.
It's like
Keep,
he can't
keep
handle it.
going. Keep going.
Sorry.
He got you. He was. They were helpful.
I guess that is kind
They
of
were helpful.
Unfortunately, the Joker decided to show up.
Oh. Oh.
Fortunately, Batman was there to whoop his ass when he showed up.
Double cameo. Fuck yeah. We're getting Marvel into this. Or is that Marvel?
No.
Unfortunately, there's a bunch of ants there. Sorry, it was
Fortunately, he was like, get
this
this
was going on in the middle of Hiroshima when the nuke dropped, so that this shit died very quickly.
You missed a total obvious get these motherfucking ants out of my motherfucking Chuck E. Cheese joke.
Time's up.
I don't know what that was.
Alright.
That was weird.
It's like, I don't know.
Just like
This is the last one, and then we got to wrap it
I was
up.
just trying to start something up, and I did not know what else to go.
Bill Nye and the Victoria's Secret shopping for.
Do you
All
know?
right, what's he doing there? What's he trying
He's
to accomplish?
shopping for himself.
Shopping
Let me
for
bring
himself.
up the timer so you can.
Shopping for himself.
Unfortunately, they didn't have big enough bras to fit his massive tits.
Fortunately, they were bolt-ons, so he could take them off to get a smaller bra.
What?
Unfortunately, while taking them off, lightning struck him.
Fortunately, it gave him superpowers, and now he's Bill Nye, the Static X guy.
Unfortunately, he can only shoot lightning out his ass.
Fortunately, he
had a cameo in, what's that, Monty Python? Where he was playing a monkey that was shooting lightning bolts out of his ass. Unfortunately, the monkey died.
Oh shit.
Fortunately, he wasn't actually the monkey. He was a cameo. Unfortunately, he replaced the real monkey that did die. Fortunately, this lightning gave him immortality, so he came back to life.
Yeah, that'll show him.
Unfortunately, he had to live with all of Monty Python's bullshit.
Oh shit.
Those were stupid as fuck.
I thought it started out
Okay,
well.
thank you very much for listening.
And I'm sorry.
If this is your first episode, our podcast is available on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and YouTube's. Please go rate and review and subscribe to all of those things. Leave us some feedbacks. Those are nice. You can email us.
The best of feed.
You
Yes,
can
I've heard
email
of these
us
things.
at foolsbanter@gmail.com.
See,
Or you can go follow us on Twitter at foolsbanter or on Facebook. They go on facebook.com/foolsbanter. And what the hell is Kyle doing? All right. And so we have any closing words? Who has the dad jokes?
Ah, that's what we're looking for.
I know.
What do you
Why
mean?
couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Why?
It was too tired.
Oh.